This chat group administrator really takes things seriously. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 1, The Everyday World. This is the 18th year since Xiao traveled to this world. Xiao has awakened his golden finger since he was born. A chat group. Unfortunately, there is only one person in this chat group. That is Xiao, the group leader. After 18 years, Xiao is still the only one in the group. Xiao feels that his golden finger is useless. Fortunately, this chat group has an additional sign-in and lottery function. You can participate in a lottery once you sign in for 365 consecutive days. Each sign-in will give you 10 to 100 points. Points can be used to buy things in the chat mall. Through continuous purchases and lottery, Xiao has become a big cheat. There are still a few Star Destroyer bombs in the bag. Oh, it counts as another lottery today, the 18th lottery. Xiao looked at the 364 on his chat group sign-in panel. Sign in today. Congratulations to group leader Xiao for signing in for 365 days, and you can get a share of the mysterious gift package lottery. Come on, come on. Xiao rubbed his hands, and a round plate appeared in front of Xiao. Bless you, Buddha, Jade Emperor, SSR. Xiao quickly pressed the lottery button. The lottery wheel began to spin quickly. Daluo Deo Fruit, Immortal Body, Great Way of Strength, Infinite Sword, King's Treasure, Axe of Creation, Dragon Gate, Saiyan Bloodline. All kinds of good things dazzled Xiao's heart. Because some things are good, but useless to him. Finally, the pointer stopped. A golden light flashed. Congratulations to group owner Xiao for winning the right to purchase the group member invitation letter. The mall will put up the group member invitation letter, and will be refreshed every month. Only group owners and group managers can purchase it. Group member invitation letter. After using it, randomly invite people from all over the world to join the chat group. It can also be used to invite someone to join in person. Good things. Good things. My chat group. From now on, I will no longer be a lone commander. It has been 18 years, and I have been a group owner for 18 years, but I don't have any group members. This golden finger is a waste. The world that Xiao traveled through is an everyday world. An everyday anime world. There are people from all kinds of everyday anime. Rakota Kanashi and Yuta from Chunibyo. The 5 equal sisters. The Pasabi heroine, Kato Megumi. The energy-saving ideologue Oriki Hatarao, the great teacher Hikigaya Hachiman. Such an everyday world is too boring. There is no extraordinary atmosphere at all. Xiao has no place to show off his skills. Although he was Spider-Man for a while during his Chunibyo period. But later he stopped playing the role of a superhero because he was too bored. Looking back before he traveled through time, Xiao was a passionate young man. The successor of socialism, a sunny and cheerful big boy. Although he is a big cheater now. But Xiao did not become a native of the motherland. Still restraining himself. Let me see who I can invite first. Xiao opened them all. The top one is the group member invitation letter, 1000 per piece. Xiao bought all 4 without hesitation. Use. Xiao's fingers pressed quickly on the use key. 4 invitations floated into the void. After a moment, a message appeared in the chat group. Group leader Xiao invited Demon Slayer to join the chat group. Group leader Xiao invited Golden Flash to join the chat group. Group leader Xiao invited Dead Child to join the chat group. Group leader Xiao invited One Punch Man to join the chat group. Demon Slayer's world. The old man with white hair, Atsujikoku Yoriichi, walked on the road. He felt that he was about to die of old age. He wanted to return to his hometown in his last days. At the same time, he felt that his life was extremely sad. His mother died, his wife and children died, and his brother became a demon. He instinctively killed Muzan, but he finally let Muzan escape. Nothing was accomplished. At this moment, a chat window popped up in front of him. Group leader Xiao of the All Heavens and Worlds chat group invited you to join the chat group. Atsujiko Kuyoraichi in the Warring States period did not understand what a chat group was. Blood demon art. It doesn't look like it. What is it? Jigoiden clicked into the chat group. The world of Naruto. The 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze was reviewing documents. Although he was the 4th Hokage, he didn't have much power. The root was in the hands of Danzo. Most of the Anbu was in the hands of the 3rd Hokage. There was also the elders who restricted him. Politics was troublesome. Even Minato Namikaze, who was called the Yellow Flash, had a headache. At this moment, the door of the Hokage's office was pushed open. The red pepper Uzumaki Kushina walked in with a bulging belly. It looked like she was going to give birth in a few months. Why don't you go back? The meal is ready. Looking at his pregnant wife, Minato Namikaze showed a warm smile. I'll go back after I finish processing these documents. After explaining it, Uzumaki Kushina went back. Minato Namikaze rubbed his head helplessly. At this moment, a chat box suddenly appeared in front of him. The owner of the chat group of all heavens and worlds, Jiangnan, invited you to join the chat group. The World of Dragons. Senior high school student Mingfei, with big dark circles under his eyes, was playing StarCraft with Old Tang. It looked like they had been playing all night. As the screen showed game over, Mingfei lost. Then Old Tang's smug voice came from the headset. Old Lu, you are no good. You lost just now. Mingfei smiled helplessly. Yes, I lost. Old Tang, your skills are getting better and better. Old Tang was in the internet cafe. He had no idea what kind of computer Mingfei was using. An old notebook. No mouse. Mingfei used the red dot in the middle of the notebook to play games. The control difficulty was directly increased by several levels. At this moment, a chat box suddenly popped up in front of Mingfei. Dazzled, Mingfei rubbed his eyes, thinking that he was hallucinating because he played games all night. After rubbing his eyes, the chat box in front of him still did not change. Jiangnan, the owner of the All Heavens and Worlds chat group, invited you to join the chat group. One Punch Man World. Bald Saitama just came out of the supermarket. In his hand, he was carrying a large bag of food bought at a supermarket at a discount. Today, the supermarket is having a big sale. I can finally afford beef. Let's go back and have hot pot. On the way home, Saitama slapped a few blind weirdos to death. As soon as he got home, Saitama saw the chat box that appeared in front of him. What a strange thing. The owner of the All Heavens and All Worlds chat group, Jiangnan, invited you to join the chat group. In the chat group, the owner of the group, Jiangnan, was very excited when he saw the new members. The owner of the group, Jiangnan, hello, guys, get up. This owner of the group is giving you benefits. A big red envelope appeared in the group. The hands of the group members were very quick. Group member Dead Child grabbed the red envelope. Group member Demon Slayer grabbed the red envelope. Group member Golden Flash grabbed the red envelope. Group member One Punch Man grabbed the red envelope. Chapter 2. Passionate Group Leader. Dragon World. Mingfei subconsciously grabbed the red envelope. A red fruit appeared in his hand. It looked like an apple, but it was brighter than an apple, and it was also emitting bursts of fragrance. Mingfei's brain was a little slow to react at the moment. Oh my god. Could it be that my second year syndrome has come back? What kind of magical operation is this? It's edible, right? The fat boy not far from Mingfei was sleeping soundly at this time. Looking at his plump cousin, Mingfei denied the idea of asking him to test the poison. Old Tang, I have something to order in advance. Old Tang's voice came from the headset. Don't fight now. Okay, next time. Mingfei quietly came down from the second floor to the kitchen and washed the red fruit. Try it. He took a bite. It was plump and juicy, sweet and tempting. A strong sweetness exploded in his mouth. Mingfei felt that his taste buds were greatly stimulated, and it was simply refreshing. Then a warm current entered his stomach and then flowed into his limbs. The fatigue of staying up all night disappeared instantly. Even the dark circles on his face disappeared. He was full of energy and high, as if he had taken stimulants. Demon Slayer World. The red moon hung in the sky. Atsujiko Kuyoraichi could feel that his vitality was gradually disappearing. He was 80 years old. He was already an old man. He could die of old age at any time. At the same time, He was the only person who had opened the stripes and lived past the age of 25. Even the Demon King Muzan could only run away in front of him, and the damage left by Tsujikoku Yoshiichi's slash did not heal the Demon King Muzan in the finale. The psychological shadow left on the Demon King Muzan was that he would run away when he saw the earrings. It is not an exaggeration to call Tsujikoku Yoshiichi the chosen son of the world. At this time, a red fruit appeared in his hand. How strange. I can feel that this fruit has a strong vitality, but how did it come from? It's as if it fell from the void. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi was born with a world of transparency, which is called X-ray vision. Everything will show its original appearance in his eyes. But he was the only one who did not see through how this fruit appeared. This fruit is definitely not a blood demon art. Forget it, I'm just an old man who is about to die, and I probably won't see the sun tomorrow. Tsukune Yoriichi didn't hesitate anymore, but put the red fruit to his mouth. He took a bite. A vitality was instantly injected into Tsukune Yoriichi's body. The body that was about to die became energetic again. He could live for at least 2 more days and swing 2 more swords. Amazing. This strange fruit is so powerful. Is it a god? In fact, many families believed in gods during the Warring States period. Tsukune Yoriichi was born in such a big family. Tsukune Yoriichi felt that only gods could produce such a fruit that can prolong life. Naruto World. After working for a day, the 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze felt really tired. This is really a lot of work. Minato Namikaze is actually not bad in the political field. It's just that there are too many old shady guys in Konoha village. Danzo is always thinking about the position of Hokage. The 3rd Hokage is unwilling to give up power. At the same time, he has to take care of the opinions of the elders. The 4th Hokage feels that he is about to become a tool. Then he looked at the red fruit placed next to the table. I just tested it. There is no danger. Let me taste it to see what it is. The ninja's intuition is very sensitive. In Minato Namikaze's perception, this fruit is indeed not very dangerous. As soon as the red fruit was put into his mouth, Minato Namikaze's fatigue from a day's work was instantly swept away, and he felt that he could still work overtime. Amazing. The fatigue was swept away, and even the chakra in the body became active. As the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze thought more. He thought that, if on the battlefield, this fruit would definitely bring unexpected effects. This thing is better than the Binglian pill. One Punch Man World. Saitama looked at the red fruit that suddenly appeared in his hand, and he put it into his mouth without hesitation. He was invincible, and no longer needed to be vigilant. Even if he wanted to poison him, he couldn't be poisoned to death. At most he would have diarrhea. Well, it tastes good, and is sweeter than an apple. This group leader is good. Give me the fruit to eat. Because Saitama was too powerful, the effect of this red fruit was almost the same as nothing. It was like a drop of water falling into the sea. Any reaction? Not at all. Saitama just thought that this red apple was very sweet and delicious. In the chat group leader Xiao Yan was very happy at this moment. So happy. As the future flower of the motherland, he is upright, passionate, young, and youthful. With his invincible power, he has long been bored in the daily world. He wants to do things now, to release all his energy. More importantly, he has been a commander without troops for 18 years, and now he finally has a younger brother. Group leader Xiao Yan, little ones, get up and have fun. Why do you need to sleep for a long time when you are alive? You will definitely sleep for a long time after you die. This group leader will take you to have fun all night. As a modern person and a super kid, Mingfei was the first to follow. Tired kid, the group leader is domineering. The group leader is mighty, and he will unify the world for thousands of years. Mingfei is the kind of person who will follow you to work, as long as you give him coke. When the school held an event, Mingfei used his physical strength to exchange for coke. Now the group leader is giving out red envelopes right away, obviously having bribed Mingfei. Demon Slayer, excuse me, are you the god? Tsujikoku Yoshiichi is still a little reserved. One Punch Man, by the way, do you still have the red apples? They're delicious. Golden Flash, yes, they're delicious. They don't feel like ordinary fruits. I was exhausted from a day's work, but after eating this red fruit, all the fatigue was gone in an instant. Saitama was scratching his head, a little confused. The fatigue was gone. How could he not feel it? Of course he didn't feel it. Saitama hasn't felt tired since he became invincible. One Punch Man. Really? Why didn't I feel it? Demon Slayer. Indeed, I can feel that my life has been extended for 2 more days. These 2 days are enough for me to return to my homeland and die. Thank God. Dead kid, are you going to die? Demon Slayer. Yes, I'm 80 years old this year. The avatar of Tsugakuni Yoriichi is an old man with white hair, looking kind and majestic, with an Ichirin sword slung around his waist. Even though this is an old man with white hair, his body is still straight, and once he fights, his martial arts are not inferior to his peak period. Dead kid. Well, 80 years old is enough. As they chatted, everyone gradually became familiar with each other. Chapter 3. Group Owner and Group Members. Jiangnan was very relieved when he saw the chat group that was constantly refreshing the screen. I'm very happy today. All the invited group members are not from the ordinary world. After 18 years of exploration, Jiangnan has explored all the functions of the chat group. Among them, he has the ability to travel through the world. As long as both group members agree, group members can travel through the world. Jiangnan can finally enjoy the joy brought by fighting. And if he is not mistaken, 3 of his current 4 group members are tragedies. Mingfei, in the first part, his best friend died. In the second part, his junior sister died. In the third part, his wife died. In the fourth part, his senior brother died, and he was hunted down by the whole world. In the fifth part, he turned into a monster and continued to be hunted down by the whole world. His life was also taken away by his own brother by 3/4. Miserable. Miserable as it can be. Mingfei is simply the embodiment of tragedy. Jigo Yuanai's chosen son, born with spots and a transparent world, the Ghost King Muzan can't even last around in front of him, and he was even scared to death just by seeing Jigo Yuanai's earrings. But even such a ceiling of combat power witnessed the death of his mother, the decline of his family, the tragic death of his wife and children. His brother turned into a demon, and even the Demon King Muzan escaped from his hands. Because his brother turned into a demon and killed the Lord, Tsugakuni Yoriichi was expelled from the Demon Slayer Corps. In the end, he died of old age, and he did not kill the Demon King to complete his revenge, and even in the end he did not let his brother rest in peace. Tsugakuni Yoriichi's heart was full of sorrow. Golden Flash, the 4th generation Hokage, Minato Namikaze. A civilian ninja, talented, sunny, and cheerful, gentle and kind. A promising future, young and promising. Such a promising 4th generation Hokage finally died in the Ninetales Rebellion. Died with his wife. They are the heroes of Konoha. However, their children suffered all kinds of insults, had no friends, drank expired milk, ate rice mixed with sand, were thinner than their peers since childhood, were often bullied, and were madly bullied by the 3rd generation. If it weren't for the chakra of Ashura in his body and the love of teacher Iruka, I'm afraid Naruto would have turned evil and taken revenge on society long ago. If Minato Namikaze knew that his son's childhood was like this, he would probably fight the 3rd generation to death. He worked so hard to protect the village, but his child, the hero's son, suffered such treatment. If the red pepper Uzumaki Kushina knew that her child's childhood was like this, she would probably go berserk immediately and tear down Konoha directly. It's a pity that they died early. One Punch Man. Teacher Saitama. A super strong man with the limiter turned on. He can be said to be the savior of the world. Even a dragon level monster can't stop his punch. Invincibility is so empty and lonely. Excellent character. A hero driven by interest. Some indifferent emotions. This is Saitama, a real hero. His dream is to have a real battle, to fight an evenly matched opponent. Although his friend King can beat him with just 2 fingers in the game. But teacher Saitama still enjoys a real battle. These are his 4 group members. Group leader Jiangnan. The red envelope I just sent is actually a fruit called Zugo. This fruit is produced in the world of immortal cultivation. It is full of spiritual energy. When it matures, the whole fruit emits a dazzling red color. Ordinary people can prolong their lives, restore health, and eliminate diseases by eating it. Of course, some deep-rooted diseases cannot be cured. Group leader Jiangnan, this fruit is sold in the mall, 50 points each, or you can buy a fruit tree to plant it, but this fruit tree has extremely high requirements for soil. Each tree can produce about 50 to 60 fruits every year. Mingfei, oh my god, the world of immortal cultivation, I'm so excited. It's been 18 years, and I'm really not an ordinary person. Group leader, please hold your thighs. I want to cultivate immortality and have boundless magic power. As expected, Mingfei, as a modern person, knows how to use a chat group, and there is absolutely no discomfort. Mingfei was so excited at this time. This is a golden finger. This is a plugin. The world of immortal cultivation can only appear in novels. Mingfei feels that his future is bright, going up to the sky and down to the earth, moving mountains and filling the sea. Which adolescent boy is not a middle school student? He just suppresses the middle school idea in his heart. Mingfei is just a lonely dead child. He also longs for the recognition of others and the love of his parents. Golden Flash. Mingfei, why did you change your name? Mingfei, you can change your name in the group, just like the penguin chat group. Don't you know how to do it? Mingfei didn't know that the group members were not from the same world as him and thought that they were all modern people like himself. As a modern person, Mingfei quickly explored this strange chat group. By the way, he also changed his own name. How ugly it is to be a dead child. Golden Flash. Mingfei, how do you change it? I don't see it. Mingfei, open the settings, scroll down to see your group name, and then change it. Group leader Jiangnan, while everyone is changing their names, let me introduce the situation in the group. After all, I'm a good group leader. Group leader Jiangnan, this chat group connects the heavens and all worlds. Group members may come from different worlds. Different worlds have different world views and different power systems. The worlds are in different eras, so don't be too surprised if you don't understand some things. Group leader Jiangnan, at the same time, this group leader is a sunny and cheerful big boy. If you have any difficulties or questions, just ask this group leader. Group leader Jiangnan, by the way, I would like to remind you that this group is a healthy and positive chat group. Don't send H pictures casually. If you want to send them, just chat with me privately. Mingfei, okay, group leader, no problem. Group leader Namikaze Minato, finally the name has been changed. It is a chat group connecting different worlds. In other words, the members in the group are not from other ninja villages. Namikaze Minato's brain reaction is also very fast. He soon understood the explanation of the group leader. Different worlds in the universe. Mingfei, different worlds. Wait. Namikaze Minato, you are the fourth Hokage. You are going to die. Namikaze Minato. Namikaze Minato, who had just got off work, had a face full of question marks. Why did this group member curse him to death as soon as they met? Mingfei looked at the avatar of Namikaze Minato in the group. He was a sunny and cheerful boy with blonde hair hanging down, and he was wearing the divine robe of the fourth Hokage. In addition to the explanation of the group leader, this is a chat group from different worlds in the universe. Mingfei is a modern man who has read many novels. In an instant, he understood the situation in the group. Mingfei, sorry, I'm not cursing you. I'm just a little surprised. How should I put it? Group leader Jiangnan, let me say it. Chapter 4, Future and Story. As the group leader, Jiangnan has the obligation to explain the current situation to his group members. Group leader Jiangnan, in Mingfei's world, there is a comic book, or a story. This story tells the story of Uzumaki Naruto's growth, and tells the story of his step-by-step growth to become the savior of the world. In this story, there is a short paragraph about the tragic death of a person, that is, the tragic death of the fourth Hokage Minato Namikaze. Minato Namikaze. Mingfei, that's right. Group leader Jiangnan, I just said that this chat group connects the heavens and the worlds, so the story of Naruto or the world is naturally a part of the heavens and the worlds, and the story called Naruto is your future. Minato Namikaze fell into deep thought. His teacher, Jiraiya, also likes to write novels. He often asks him to refer to them. In addition, Minato Namikaze has an active mind, and he quickly understood the meaning of what the group leader and Mingfei said. Minato Namikaze, so, my world is actually a comic book. Group leader Jiangnan, this is just a part of the universe. Your world is real, but the universe is not unrelated. In addition, the supreme gods can ignore the timeline and see the past, future, and present. Group leader Jiangnan, so don't think you are fake. The universe is real. Your love, friendship, and bond are real. The future described in the comics is also real. Minato Namikaze, I don't know if it's a good thing to predict my own death and the future in advance. Mingfei, you are not dead yet, which means that the future has not happened yet. We can change the future. At worst, we won't be ninjas anymore. Let's follow the group leader to cultivate immortality. Group leader, please hug your thighs. Minato Namikaze quickly figured it out. Who knows what will happen in the future? The future is uncertain. Now that I know the future of my own death, what if I'm prepared? At this time, Uzumaki Kushina, who was pregnant, came over. Looking at the child in his wife's belly, Minato Namikaze suddenly understood a little bit about how he died. When a Jinkriki gives birth, the seal will be very unstable. If the Ninetales escaped at that time, as the fourth Hokage, he might really sacrifice his life to seal the Ninetales. Minato Namikaze, I may know how I died. It was because of the Ninetales. Mingfei, surprised expression. This kid is awesome. Mingfei, you really guessed it. You and your wife did die at the hands of the Ninetales. Although the situation was quite complicated at the time, Minato Namikaze fell into silence after watching Mingfei's words. He thought he would die, but he didn't expect that his wife would die too. And they really died at the hands of the Ninetales. Minato Namikaze, is this my future? Can you tell me more? Mingfei, smiling expression. No problem. At this time, it was the group leader's turn to take the stage. Group leader Jiangnan, Minato Namikaze's world is a comic book, so you are not one. Mingfei suddenly felt a bad feeling. Mingfei, group leader, please protect me. I'm still young. I'm still a virgin. I don't want to die. Minato Namikaze has a wife and a child, and the child is a hero, but I haven't confessed to Chen Wenwen yet. Group leader Jiangnan, emoji panda man, this guy's hopeless. Minato Namikaze, shame on you. Group leader Jiangnan, don't worry, your world is a novel, and you are the protagonist in the novel, and you are destined to ascend the throne of steel. Mingfei, am I so awesome? Hahaha. I'm really different. The throne of steel? I, Mingfei, really have a promising future, and Chen Wenwen and I will get married in the future. Jiangnan couldn't bear to tell the child the truth. This child's future can indeed ascend the throne. But it's too lonely. A lonely and lonely king. As for his first love, Chen Wenwen, a small letter I broke his fantasy. Maybe at this time, the rich second generation Zhao Menghe has secretly been in love with Chen Wenwen. Just waiting for graduation to have a grand performance. At this time in the Dragon Clan world, Mingfei has already filled in a 1,000,000-word hot-blooded novel in his mind, and the protagonist in it is himself, with a harem of beauties, a group of maids dancing ballet, and a luxury sports car, and he has more money than he can spend. Group leader Jiangnan, speaking of which, you are much more miserable than Minato Namikaze. He at least had a wife, children, and a career. Although he died, his children are the savior of the ninja world, and he himself became a hero of Konoha, leaving his name for eternity. He even showed off during the Fourth World War. Maybe he is not the strongest, but he must be the best. Mingfei, I have a bad feeling. Group leader Jiangnan, your bad feeling is right. The world you live in is indeed not a normal world. There are dragons in it, and this novel is a cruel novel that has made countless people cry. The protagonist in it is tortured to death, and the word miserable is written all over his body. In the end, he is hunted by the whole world. That's the whole world. Mingfei, boss, help me. Group leader, help me. I don't want to take the throne anymore. I just want to live a good life. Then is there any hope for Chen Wenwen and I? Group leader Jiangnan, although I don't want to burst your fantasy, but with your current state, you still want to chase after the campus belle. To be honest, take a piss, and take a look. You otaku, loser, trash, idiot. Think about what school you go to. It's Shilin High School where all kinds of big shots and rich second generations gather. What can you compare with them? With your miserable look, it's strange that the pure campus bell will fall for you. Mingfei, woo woo. You've hit me. Dear group leader, please comfort me. I want to practice Taoism with you. Namikaze Minato, are dragons snakes? The ones in the dragon cave? Mingfei, you reminded me, 4th Hokage, and I suddenly realized the point. There are actually such monsters in my world. Are they Chinese dragons or Western dragons? Group leader Xiao Yan, the kind that breathes fire. Mingfei, so ugly, so rubbish. It's not even a Chinese dragon. Group leader Xiao Yan, you have someone else's blood in you. Mingfei, group leader Xiao Yan, you might even be this fire-breathing lizard, and the leader. Mingfei, do I have to become a fire-breathing lizard? No. I still want to be a human. Group leader Xiao Yan, being a human is impossible. Being a hybrid might be okay. Saitama, hello, everyone. I still don't understand what this high tech is. Mingfei, hello, I'm Mingfei. Saitama, I'm Saitama, a hero who does it out of interest. Chapter 5, Brother's Story. Mingfei, hero, please accept my respect. After getting to know each other better, Mingfei's loser character was completely revealed. In addition, the chat group was somewhat secretive. In real life, I was submissive, but online, I was a strong puncher. Mingfei completely let himself go in the chat group. Saitama, different worlds. Are there monsters in your world too? Mingfei, what are monsters? We have dragons here. Group leader Xiao Yan, Kiaori are the monsters that are abundant in the One Punch Man world. There are many monsters that can destroy the world, and there are even cosmic overlords that can destroy the entire surface of the earth with one blow. Mingfei, oh my god, is Saitama's world so dangerous? Group leader Xiao Yan, don't worry, no one is more dangerous than this bold devil. Even the gods in his world will probably be killed by him. Mingfei, big brother, please hug your thighs. Saitama's avatar is a round boiled egg, wearing a yellow hero tights. The style of painting looks a bit sloppy, but this is the style of painting for the strong. Saitama, in my world, no one is my opponent at all. I really want to enjoy a hearty battle. Mingfei, big brother, are you in Versailles? I know you are very strong, but there is no need to stimulate me like this. Saitama, emoji scratching my head. Just as everyone was chatting, Jigoku Yoshiichi met his brother. It was a night with a blood moon hanging high in the sky. Tsukune Yoriichi, who has regained some vitality, looks more energetic. The wind blows gently. The surrounding reeds sway gently, making a rustling sound. A demon suppressing tower stands here. Tsukune Yoriichi walked on the path. He didn't expect to meet his brother at the last moment of his life. Kokushibo, who has 6 eyes, didn't expect to meet his younger brother. A son that makes him live in the shadow. As soon as the two met, the atmosphere became tense. Looking at Tsukune Yoriichi with white hair and red feathers, Kokushibo's pupils shrank slightly. You know, swordsmen who open the stripes will not live beyond the age of 25. It is precisely because they cannot live beyond the age of 25 that Kokushibo chose to become a demon. But this year Tsukune Yoriichi is 80 years old. It's been a long time since we last met. It's been 60 years since we last met, but why are you still alive? Swordsmen with stripes on their bodies are destined to not live beyond the age of 25. Why are you always special? Kokushibo couldn't help but raise his voice and said, looking at his brother's ugly face. Tsukune Yoriichi shed tears unconsciously. How pitiful, brother. The brother who grew up and fought with him turned into a ghost. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi was really sad. Kokushibo looked at Tsujikoku Yoshiichi, who was old and could die at any time, and felt sorry for himself. At this moment, Kokushibo felt that his former self was back. Being pitied like this, Kokushibo should have been angry, but looking at his younger brother, the anger quickly disappeared. That was emotion. The emotion between brothers. Even if Kokushibo turned into a ghost, Tsujikoku Yoshiichi was still willing to call him brother. And Tsujikoku Yoshiichi's brother also revealed his endless sorrow. Kokushibo looked at the extremely thin old man in front of him. There was a throbbing in his heart. However, ghosts and ghost hunters made the two of them have different positions. Different positions mean that even brothers have to draw their swords. This is faith. This time when the two meet, one of them must die. Looking at Tsuchikoku Yoshiichi's body in front of him, which had long passed its prime, Kokushibo did not think he would lose. The next moment, both of them put their hands on the hilt of the knife. In a flash, Tsukune Yoshiichi turned from a dying old man into a terrifying swordsman. The breath that even the Demon King Muzan trembled at appeared again. Tsukune Yoshiichi's sword posture was flawless. It was exactly the same as when he was at his peak. Kokushibo felt as if a huge rock was pressing on his hand, preventing him from pulling out the sword. "I'm coming." Tsukune Yoshiichi's hoarse voice sounded. The next moment, the sword flashed. Too fast. Kokushibo felt a chill on his neck. Red blood sprayed everywhere. Lost. Kokushibo's eyes were full of disbelief. He actually lost to an old man. Damn it. As a powerful swordsman, Kokushibo knew that he would die in the next blow. His body had obviously passed its peak, so why could he still swing this sword with all his strength? Why? Why are you the only one who is special? The slash swung by such a body is exactly the same as when he was in his prime. No, it should be stronger. Kokushibo turned his head and looked. Tsukune Yoshiichi had already sheathed his sword. "Why did you put away your sword? You can kill me with the next strike. Are you pitying me? Damn it." Kokushibo was angry. He recalled himself, who was once jealous of his brother. Jealous of his talent, jealous of his excellence, jealous of why he could become the unique son. "I will kill you." Kokushibo roared. Tsujikoku Yoriichi did not have much emotional fluctuations and said softly, "Thank God, my brother can finally rest in peace." After 60 years of separation, Tsujikoku Yoriichi's sword skills have long been polished to the peak. That is a realm that humans cannot touch. Kokushibo's strength over his brother's sword skills only stayed at the age of 20. A small red fruit allowed Tsujikoku Yoriichi to fully exert all the strength he had honed over the past 80 years. One strike was enough. Enough to kill his brother. As expected, Kokushibo felt something burning his throat. It was the slash left by the sun breathing. Then the black and red flames burst out from Kokushibo's wound like the sun. Kokushibo's entire neck was torn apart. Beheaded. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi's horrific slash was so severe that even the Demon King Muzan could not heal it after hundreds of years. This was the power of the red sword. Kokushibo could not withstand such an attack at all. Even beyond the limit, that a demon would die if beheaded. This limit was useless. This was the horror of Tsujikoku Yoshiichi. The scar could never heal. Kokushibo died unwillingly in the end. The head fell to the ground and rolled twice, and began to gradually turn into ashes. The same was true for the body. Are you going to die? But it's not a pity to die in the hands of your brother. Kokushibo finally closed his eyes. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi felt that his life was almost over. Everything was hanging on by the red fruit he had eaten before. "Sorry, brother." Tsujikoku Yoshiichi took out the gift that his brother once gave him from his arms. A handmade flute. Even though it had been a long time, Tsujikoku Yoshiichi was still reluctant to throw away this gift. This handmade flute was well preserved. Chapter 6, The Old Man's Last Wish. Tsugakune Yoriichi, thank God for letting my brother rest in peace. Although I didn't kill the Demon King Muzan, now I can finally die. Mingfei, oh my god, are you going to die? Saitama, are you going to die? Namikaze Minato, we haven't even had much to chat, and you're going to die. Mingfei, group leader, help me, your group member is going to die. Group leader Xiao Yan, yes, he is over 80 years old. It is indeed time for him to die of old age. But it's not okay for him to die just after becoming a member of my group. What's more, you haven't killed the Demon King yet. You haven't avenged your wife and children yet. Group leader Xiao Yan sent an exclusive red envelope to Tsugakune Yoriichi. Mingfei, it's an exclusive red envelope. What's inside? Group leader Xiao Yan, it's not something precious, just the elixir I usually practice. I often eat it as a snack when I'm free, but it's not very useful. Mingfei, what's the use of it if it's not very useful? Group leader Xiao Yan, the life extending pill. And they are all top grade. Eating one pill can extend your life by 10 years. Mingfei, group leader, please hold your thighs. Your world is really extraordinary. That's 10 years of life. Group leader Xiao Yan. This thing is useless to me. I have become an immortal. There is no limit to my lifespan. This life extending pill is just a snack for me. Mingfei, immortality. The elder brother has cultivated immortality to this point. Please guide me, newbie. Group leader Xiao Yan. I didn't practice much. I just ate an immortality pill and became a human immortal directly. Just like Change in the myth ate the elixir of the Queen Mother of the West and became an immortal directly. But my world is an everyday world and I can't ascend. Mingfei, there is such a cheat. Group leader, you are cheating. Namikaze Minato, immortal. I have only seen the toad immortal in my Aboki mountain, and I also practiced immortal arts. Is it that immortal? Mingfei, no. The toad immortal in your Naruto world is an old toad who has lived for a long time and calls himself an immortal. The real immortal is immortal, can go to heaven and earth, destroy heaven and earth, and live as long as the sky. It's awesome. Group leader Xiao Yan, shy expression. I would be embarrassed if you praise me like this. Namikaze Minato, the immortal is so powerful. You are worthy of being the group leader. Demon Slayer world. Tsugumi Yuichiro felt that he would not see tomorrow's sun. He was going to die of old age. But at this moment, the group leader sent a red envelope. Tsugumi Yuichiro accepted the red envelope as if he received a red fruit. It was a golden pill with beautiful patterns. Top grade spirit pattern pill. Looking at the information in the group, Yuichi Tsuchikoku knew that this was a pill that could extend one's life. Sorry, I'll see you later. The Ghost King was not dead yet, and Yuichi Tsuchikoku did not want to see his wife and children so early. Then Yuichi Tsuchikoku swallowed the golden pill without hesitation. In an instant, his thin and dry body was injected with infinite vitality. The thin body began to fill up, and Yuichi Tsuchikoku's white hair began to gradually turn black. In just a few seconds, Yuichi Tsuchikoku turned back to his youth. This is the horror of the top grade pill. Not only can it extend one's life by 10 years, but it can also restore one's youth. After 10 years, the vitality will pass away, and Yuichi Tsuchikoku will once again turn back to his old appearance. But this will have to wait 10 years later. Feeling the body at its peak, Yuichi Tsuchikoku was incredulous in his heart. This is a human body, not a ghost body. It is his once healthy body. It's really a miracle. Yuichi Tsuchikoku continued his ghost hunting journey. In the chat group, at Sukuna Yoriichi, thanks to God, I have returned to my youthful appearance. In the next 10 years, I will continue to search for the Demon King Muzan. Group leader Xiao Yan, don't call me God, call me group leader. And Mr. Tsukuni Yoriichi, I'm not a god, just an ordinary passionate young man. It is you, Mr. Tsukuni Yoriichi, whose story I admire. At Tsukuni Yoriichi, story. Group leader Xiao Yan, if I hadn't intervened, you would have died just now. Through Tsukuni Yoriichi's brief chat, Xiao Yan was able to guess what happened. Under the red moon, brothers fought. At Tsukuni Yoriichi died of old age. At Sukuna Yoriichi, my story is not good. I didn't do anything. Group leader Xiao Yan, no one can deny your excellence. If you hadn't created the breathing of the sun and passed it on, those demon hunters in later generations might not have been able to defeat the Demon King Muzan at all. Yuichi Tsuchikoku, the Demon King Muzan was defeated. Group leader Xiao Yan, yes, but that will have to wait 400 years. Your friend Tanjiro's descendant, Tanjiro Kamado, used your sun breathing to lead the Demon Slayer Corps to defeat Muzan, and Ms. Tamayo also developed a method to turn demons back into humans. Yuichi Tsuchikoku, excited expression pack. Mingfei, is this the future of Yuichi Tsuchikoku? Yuichi Tsuchikoku, great, thank you, group leader, for letting me know these things. Yuichi Tsuchikoku's last wish after his death was inherited. The battle between demons and humans ended with the victory of humans, announcing the future. And those humans who died in the battle with demons eventually reincarnated and had a happy life. Yuichi Tsuchikoku shed tears unconsciously. It turns out that he is not alone. The younger generations are also so outstanding. At Tsugumi Yoriichi, I understand. But I will still continue to fight. Mingfei, I always feel that our world is not so peaceful. Mingfei, group leader, please tell us about our future. I don't want to be the protagonist of a sadistic story. Namikaze Minato. Yes, group leader. Please tell me about my future. I want to change the future. For my wife and children, I will try my best to make the biggest change. Saitama, I also want to see if I can fight evenly in the future. Everyone has a reason to fight. Group leader Jiangnan, since you are all willing to know your future, then I will not be polite. Who says I'm a sunny and cheerful boy? Your group leader. Group leader Jiangnan uploaded Naruto. Naruto the 4th Hokage. Group leader Jiangnan uploaded One Punch Man anime and One Punch Man comics. Group leader Jiangnan uploaded Demon Slayer anime and Demon Slayer comics. Jiangnan uploaded Dragon Clan 1-5, Dragon Clan prequel. Group leader Jiangnan, these are your stories. Take a good look at them next. Mingfei, thank you, group leader. Long live the group leader. Saitama, is this my future? One Punch Man, look at Tsujikoku Yoriichi. Is this the person from the future? Namikaze Minato. Naruto, my child. Chapter 7, Angry Minato Namikaze. Time always passes by inadvertently. The daily world is really boring. Jiangnan was called to the office by the teacher because he slept in class. Jiangnan decided to skip class directly. Then he ran out of the school invisibly. After a few days of getting along, the group members have seen the future of their own world. They also understand what kind of existence the chat group connecting all the heavens and worlds is. Jiangnan also explained the sign-in function and the lottery function. Mingfei was so excited after listening. Walking on the road, Jiangnan bought a cup of milk tea and opened the chat group. Boring. Water group. See which group member needs my help. Jiangnan's strength has long been thirsty. Just like teacher Saitama has never found an opponent. Boredom will make people numb. Jiangnan doesn't want to let his feelings as a human being disappear. In the chat group, Namikaze Minato is already on the verge of rage. After watching Naruto and his children's childhood, Namikaze Minato feels that he is a failure as a father. Especially the shit that Danzo and the 3rd generation did. It's disgusting. Disgusting to the core. If it weren't for his own sunny and cheerful nature, he would have turned evil and run away. It's better not to stay in Konoha village. Namikaze Minato, I will kill Danzo sooner or later, and the Sandaime as well. They actually treated my child Naruto like this. It's time for him to retire. Mingfei, Danzo has to bear half of the blame. The roots of Konoha village have long been rotten. Half of the mess in the ninja world is caused by Danzo. You'd better find a way to kill Danzo before the Ninetales rebellion begins. But I'm in trouble here. I feel like I've fallen into a ditch, and I still don't know what I am. Tsugakuni Yoriichi, do you need help? I can help. I've also read the future of my world. I didn't expect that Demon King Muzan is hiding from me. But Tanjiro's descendants are so outstanding. I'm a little happy. But now I'm not dead yet. I want to reduce some troubles for the younger generation. They are all excellent talents and are willing to fight for humanity to the death. Saitama, I've read it too. Why do I feel like I haven't met an opponent? There is no feeling of fighting at all. But there are gods in this world, on the moon. I wonder if my super special move can kill him. Mingfei, brother Saitama. If I had your strength, I would kill all the monsters and dragon kings with one punch. Saitama, but my world is also full of disasters. In the future, the overlord of the universe will come, and there is also the monster association. It seems that I still need to work hard. Mingfei, brother, there's no need. You are already invincible. You are the bold devil king in your world. Saitama, damn it, I will grow hair sooner or later. At Tsujikoku Yuchi, compared to Mr. Saitama, I'm still too weak. I didn't expect that there is such a powerful person in the world. I still need to hone my sword skills. Mingfei, Mr. Tsujikoku Yuchi, you are also a big shot. You are the ceiling of combat power. Group leader Jiangnan, hello everyone, the group leader is online. Did you miss me? Mingfei, help me. Group leader, I don't want to slay the dragon. And my younger brother, he is writing a script to abuse his brother. He wants to torture me to death. I just want to be an ordinary person. Why is it so difficult? Group leader Jiangnan, why don't you just use 1/4 of your wishes to exchange for a group of wives and concubines? Your brother is waiting. He has given you so many wives, but you don't want them. I advise you to obey your brother. Mingfei, as long as I obey my brother, I won't have to be abused. Group leader Jiangnan, yes, and your first love Chen Wen will return to your arms, and other school beauties will also throw themselves into your arms. It's easy to open a harem. Mingfei, as long as I obey my brother, I can open a harem, and from now on, the abusive story will become a happy story. Group leader Jiangnan, that's right, obey your brother. Mingfei, I refuse. Mingfei, like to say no to those self-righteous people. I want to become stronger. I want to cultivate immortality. I want to let my brother who likes to abuse his brother feel what it feels like to be abused. I want to let him know what it means to be loved by his brother. Jigo Yuan ie, Mingfei, I can teach you breathing and sword skills. Even if you open the stripes and transparent world, your body should be able to withstand it. Group leader Jiangnan, martial arts are very important in any world and system. Even if you want to cultivate immortality, you need to lay a good foundation. I suggest you first exchange the basic key training formula in the mall, and then practice sword skills with Yuan ie. A tall building starts from the ground. You need to lay a good foundation first. Mingfei, no problem. For a perfect future, I will work hard. Group leader Jiangnan, then do you still want your first love? Mingfei, I like her, but I know that the person he likes is Zhao Menghua, and she and I are not from the same world. I also understand that it is impossible for her and I to be together now. It's ridiculous. The whole school knows that I have a crush on Chen Wen, and I thought I hid it so well. I'm really like a clown, so I decided to let go. I don't love her anymore. Let it end like this. Group leader Jiangnan, bitter first love. When you become awesome, don't worry, women will throw themselves into your arms, and you have a younger brother who has prepared a wife just for you. Mingfei, don't mention him. I feel like I'm about to wake up. Once I wake up, this guy will appear and harass me in all kinds of ways. If possible, I don't want to go to Castle College, but I guess I no longer have the opportunity to choose. Namikaze Minato, choices are for the strong. Mingfei, when you are strong enough, even if there is no way, you can make one for yourself. You can even kill the Dragon King, so those half-bloods are naturally no problem. Only by working hard to become stronger can you control your own destiny. I'm ready to become stronger, at least as strong as the first Hokage. Group leader Jiangnan, it seems that you have all found your goals. By the way, is there anyone who needs help from this group leader? This group leader will really help if there is something. I'm a professional thug. Namikaze Minato, although I can become stronger by signing in, the crisis here is imminent. I hope you can come and help me then. Group leader Jiangnan, leave it to me. It's just a nine-tailed fox. I can suppress it with just one finger. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 8, Yucha's Request. Mingfei, the group leader is domineering. The group leader is mighty. It's still the chaos here. Everyone is hiding very deeply, and my parents are more complicated than I thought. Group leader Jiangnan, do you want my help? I will directly set up a Dushan formation for you, and draw out all the dragon bloodlines. Mingfei, the emoji is trembling with fear. Mingfei, I'd better do it myself. I will deal with the things in my own world by myself. Tsujikoku Yuchi, speaking of which, I also want to ask the group leader for help with something. Group leader Jiangnan, what is it? Killing ghosts? Don't worry, I will go over and give them a sunbirth and kill them all in minutes. Tsujikoku Yuchi, not really. I hope the group leader can help me find the location of the Demon King Muzan. This time I won't let him escape again. After killing the Demon King Muzan, other things will be much easier. I will find Miss Tameo and help her research a potion that can turn ghosts into humans. Group leader Jiangnan, why are all of you so outstanding? Please rely on me. I have been itching to do something. Mingfei, I have a feeling that the group owner is definitely going to do something big, so it's better not to do it in my world. Although my world is a little troublesome, I can handle it. Namikaze Minato, group owner, please control it. I'm the fourth Hokage after all. Although I know that future, I will not let that future happen. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, there is no need for the group owner to take action. I will do it myself. The group owner just needs to tell me the location of the Demon King Muzan. Group owner Jiangnan, damn it, you have never seen this group owner take action. How do you know that this group owner wants to do something big? Mingfei, to be the group owner of this chat group that connects different worlds in the heavens and all realms, you must have the ability of a group owner. Mingfei, and based on my speculation and inquiry, I discovered a shocking secret. Mingfei, when I checked the chat group function, I found that this group has existed for 18 years, and the sign-in record found that the group owner has signed in for 18 years. He should have hundreds of thousands of points, and there are 18 mysterious prizes. Mingfei, even the worst case scenario is that you can get a resurrection coin that can revive a life, and it is multiplied by 999. Mingfei, the elixir that the group leader mentioned in the previous chat, I also found it in the mysterious jackpot. After taking this elixir, you can instantly reach the realm of human immortal. Mingfei, and below the human immortal, there are many realms of cultivation, such as key training, foundation building, golden elixir, nascent soul, god transformation, refining emptiness, unity of Dao, tribulation, and Mahayana. Mingfei, according to the description of each level of cultivation, the golden elixir can go to the sky and the earth, move mountains and fill the sea, and the lifespan can reach 500 years. As the saying goes, once a golden elixir is swallowed, my life is in my own hands. The other realms are even more terrifying. When you reach the nascent soul stage, the lifespan can reach 1000 years. As long as the nascent soul is not destroyed, the person will not die, and can also take over the bodies of other people. Mingfei, the realm of cultivation for mortals is so terrifying, let alone immortals. Even the weakest human immortal has a lifespan, as long as the sky, and can turn the world upside down with a wave of their hands. Mingfei, such a terrifying elixir is only ranked in the middle of the mysterious grand prize. The best mysterious grand prizes include Genesis, Acts of Creation, Chaos Egg, Universe World, and Advanced Civilization Scientific Data. Even if you only draw one, you will be rich, but the probability is too low. Mingfei, and the mysterious grand prize can also draw Bloodline, Saiyan Bloodline, King of the World Bloodline, God of Destruction Bloodline, God of War Bloodline, God King Bloodline, Thunder God Bloodline. Even if you draw any one at random, you can become the king in the ordinary world. Mingfei, it's been 18 years, 18 draws, hundreds of thousands of points. I can't imagine how powerful the group owner is now. This is completely cheating. Mingfei, Jiangnan is still the group owner of this group. He must have some special privileges, or special rewards. Hey. Group owner Jiangnan muted Mingfei for 5 minutes. Group leader Jiangnan, damn it, you have taken out all my underwear. It's only been a few days and you have exposed my secret. I wanted to go to your world to have fun. Namikaze Minato, I see. After Mingfei's analysis, the group leader's terrifying strength is also reflected. The group leader is so terrifying. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, if it weren't for the fact that the Ghost King is too dangerous, I would also be willing to become stronger slowly and kill him myself. Group leader Jiangnan, don't worry, I can control myself. Although I do feel a little itchy, I will definitely not do bad things. I'm a good flower of the motherland. Group leader Jiangnan, and I can repair. If I destroy flowers and plants, I can revive you all in an instant. Saitama, I see. The group leader is so strong. Let's have a fight. Group leader Jiangnan, okay. Fight wherever you want. Don't collapse the world while fighting. Group leader Jiangnan, when you fought with the evil wolf in the future, you almost destroyed Mars. The aftermath of our battle will definitely be more terrifying than that of the wolf. Don't let go and destroy the entire solar system. Saitama, that's right. Group leader Jiangnan, if you can't let go, there will be no fun in fighting. Forget it, forget it. Jigoku Yoshiichi, when are you going to kill the Demon King? I'll go over there. Jigoku Yoshiichi, the sooner the better. Group leader, as long as you have time. Group leader Jiangnan, it's better to do it now than to wait for a day. It's better to do it now. I'll go over now, as long as you agree. It's just the Demon King Muzan. Jigoku Yoshiichi, but group leader, you can't do anything wrong. Just help me find the location of the Demon King Muzan. I'll do it myself, and I won't let him run away again this time. Group leader Jiangnan, I promise, I won't do anything wrong. Mingfei, I don't believe it. Authority dog. Group leader Jiangnan muted Mingfei for 10 minutes. Group leader Jiangnan, I guarantee with my personality that nothing will go wrong. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, I believe in the group leader. Group leader Jiangnan, I'm really moved. The emoji is so touching that I'm in tears. Namikaze Minato, it seems that the problems in Mr. Yoriichi's world can be solved. I still have to work hard to become stronger. Abato, I never thought that it would be him in the end. And Anzo, I didn't expect that during the Ninetales Rebellion, he deliberately let the ninjas not take action and watch the civilians die one by one. Is the position of Hokage so precious? Chapter 9, The End of the Ghost King. Group leader Jiangnan, how can Danzo be a Hokage if he doesn't find a way to kill you? You are young and will definitely live longer. This guy will definitely play dirty tricks if he can't survive you. Namikaze Minato, it seems that we need to find an opportunity to send him to meet the second generation. Group leader Jiangnan, there is a book in the mall called How to Become a Qualified Old Six. I recommend you take a look. If you want to live a long life, you must become an old six. Namikaze Minato, okay, group leader. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, I'm ready here, group leader. Group leader Jiangnan, here I come, here I come. Group leader Jiangnan opens the passage and is about to enter the world of Demon Slayer. Does Tsujikoku Yoriichi agree? At Tsujikoku Yoriichi agree. Group leader Jiangnan, I'm here to sunbathe the little ghosts. In the world of Demon Slayer, at Tsujikoku Yoriichi stood on a beautiful mountain. In front of him was a towering tomb. In front of the tomb stood a stone tablet. There were sharp words engraved on the stone tablet. It was carved with a sharp weapon. The tomb of my brother Jigoku Iwakatsu. This is the tomb that Jigoku Yuchi built for his brother. Kokushibo's body has disappeared. Jigoku Yuchi can only build a cenotaph with his clothes. There are also tributes placed in front of the stone tablet. Jigoku Yuchi has been guarding his brother's tomb here these days. In fact, his brother Jigoku Iwakatsu is his last relative. At this time, Jigoku Yuchi has returned to his 25-year-old appearance. That was his peak appearance. Brother, may you rest in peace. Jigoku Yuchi's eyes were full of sadness. After all, he was alone again. The continuous departure of relatives made even Jigoku Yuchi feel sad. But this also strengthened his determination to kill ghosts. It's time to end. Not far from Jigoku Yuchi, a dark space hole suddenly appeared. Jiangnan, wearing a school uniform, walked out of the space hole directly. I'm here. The first time they met in person, both sides looked at each other unconsciously. Jiangnan looked like an ordinary high school student, with a slightly thin body, delicate face, and a smile on his face. He exuded the aura of an ordinary person. Jigo Yuanai wore a red hori, his long black hair tied into a single ponytail, and a sun-wheel sword hung on his waist. His face was always cold, and even when he was standing here, his posture was flawless. Hello, group leader. Jigo Yuanai bowed slightly. If it weren't for Jiangnan, Jigo Yuanai might have died, and it would be impossible for his brother to rest in peace. So in his heart, Jigo Yuanai actually respected Jiangnan very much. Jiangnan bowed and said directly, just call me Jiangnan. Jiangnan said carelessly, the internet is different from reality. It always feels awkward to call someone by their online name in reality. Jiangnan. Jigo Yuanai nodded. Are we going to kill the Ghost King now? Jiangnan said excitedly. He couldn't wait. Jigo Yuanai thought for a while and spoke. Let's go find Miss Tameo first. We need Muzan's blood to prepare the antidote that can restore the ghosts to human form. Even if the Demon King Muzan is killed, there will still be many ghosts. Only by solving the problem completely from the root can it be truly solved. Moreover, the Demon King Muzan also has 12 demon moons. The 12 demon moons have a large amount of Muzan's blood in their bodies. If they give their blood to others, they can also infect others to become demons. Although not as scary as Muzan, but it is also quite dangerous to keep it. It may even give birth to a new Demon King. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi knew the hardships of his future descendants, and the descendants of his friend Tanji would also be slaughtered by the Demon King. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi would never allow such a thing to happen. Plan before you act. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi did not get too excited and kill the Demon King directly, but directly planned to expel all the demons. Jiangnan couldn't help but give a thumbs up. My group members are so excellent. I, the group leader, am so happy. After 80 years of polishing, Tsujikoku Yoshiichi has long been mature. This time he not only wants to kill the Demon King, all the ghosts created by the Ghost King must be killed. Jiangnan was not in a hurry. He finally came out to play, so of course he had to have fun. His daily anime world was too boring. Brother, I'm leaving first. I'll come back after all the ghosts are dealt with. Jigo Yuanai put the tribute away. Jiangnan was watching from the side. Before he crossed over, he had relatives and family. But after crossing over, he was alone, and he was always alone. The stronger he was, the lonelier he was. Jiangnan's lifespan could be said to be close to infinity. The lifespan of ordinary people was gone in the blink of an eye in his eyes. Jigo Yuanai put his hands together in front of the stone tablet. When he opened his eyes again, Jigo Yuanai's eyes were full of seriousness. Let's go find Miss Tameo first. Jiangnan nodded, put his hands together on the back of his head, and looked carefree, and his eyes kept scanning around. This is ancient times. There must be a lot of interesting things. Although the Warring States period of this small island country was just a fight between several villages. But after all, this world also has strange creatures like ghosts. And the world of Demon Slayer is also a ball. This is a complete world. Jiangnan actually wants to go to places outside the story. This small island country can produce ghosts. Then there must be some strange things in other places. Tsugakin Yoriichi is doing well and has started his own actions. But the Demon King Muzan is a bit cold. The black-hearted boss Demon King Muzan has been hiding since he was cut into a dog by Tsugakin Yoriichi and swears that he will never come out until Tsugakin Yoriichi is dead. He hid for 50 or 60 years. Just a few days ago, he suddenly felt that his collaborator, the upper string one Kokushibo, who opened the world of stripes and transparency, is dead. You must know that Kokushibo is not a subordinate of the black-hearted boss Demon King Muzan, but a collaborator. His strength is not inferior to that of Demon King Muzan, but such an existence is dead. Now there is only one person in this small island country who can kill Kokushibo. That is Tsugakin Yoriichi, who once cut himself into a dog. The current Demon Slayer core is a waste. Demon King Muzan doesn't think that it was the Demon Slayer core who killed Kokushibo. Moreover, Kokushibo has the ability to surpass the limit. Even if he is really beheaded, Kokushibo will not die. Unless he is beheaded by the red sword. Demon King Muzan feels uncomfortable when he thinks of the red blade as dazzling as the sun. The wound left on him by Tsujikoku Yoriichi has not healed yet. Occasionally, he still feels a burning sensation. It has been 50 or 60 years. Even ordinary people should have healed such wounds. Chapter 10, Live Broadcast. When he thought of Tsugakushi Yoriichi, the Demon King Muzan felt uncomfortable all over. It was as if he had returned to that day. He was forced to explode and split into 1,800 pieces. Then 1,500 pieces were cut off in an instant. If he hadn't run fast, he would have died. The longer you live, the more you cherish your life. The lifespan of the Demon King Muzan is much longer than that of humans. He hasn't enjoyed enough. He doesn't want to die. Kokushibo, this waste. By sensing the blood he left in Kokushibo's body, the Demon King Muzan saw the last scene before Kokushibo's death. Tsugakushi Yoriichi, with a head full of white hair, swung the red sword, and the strike was very fast. Faster than before. Then he sheathed the sword. Kokushibo died. This scene made the Demon King Muzan feel cold all over, as if he was the one who was beheaded. No, I must call back all the 12 demon moons. At least when I really meet him, I can delay it for a while and let me escape. Although the Demon King Muzan will not die after being beheaded, and he still has 7 hearts and 5 brains, but they couldn't stand the awesomeness of Jigoku Yoriichi. He killed them instantly with one move. When they were foraging outside, the 12 demon moons received the information from the black-hearted boss Muzan in their blood, asking them to all roll to the infinite city. If they were a step slower, they would die. The Demon King Muzan could control these demons through blood, including their lives. At the same time, the Demon King Muzan summoned some powerful demons. Although these demons were not as good as the 12 demon moons, if they could withstand the blood of the Demon King Muzan, they could also be among the 12 demon moons. Now that Kokushibo is dead, the 12 demon moons are missing one, and need to be selected. Jigoku Yoriichi didn't know the movements of the Demon King Muzan. Even if he knew, it didn't matter. It was all a matter of one knife anyway. Jiangnan didn't care, he was just here to play. At most, they could sunbathe together. It must be fun then. Jigoku Yoriichi walked on the bustling and lively streets. In this era, every village in the island country, no, every country is managed by a big family and has the protection of a big family. Jigoku country was once a big family, but after Tsujikoku Yoshiichi and Tsujikoku Iwakatsu left, they fell into decline. After 400 years, only Takito Muchiro appeared, and the others were killed by demons. Jiangnan looked at the lively crowd. This place is not like the high-rise buildings in modern society, and there are small wooden houses all around. Ronin and samurai walk on the streets. There are also many beggars around. Does Tameo live here? Will she not be found by Muzan if she lives here? Jiangnan asked. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi said without hiding anything. Miss Tameo often changes places. After all, demons do not age, and blending into the crowd can also prevent herself from being found alone. Jiangnan smiled. As an immortal demon, she mingles with people with short lifespans, but Tameo is indeed different from other demons. At least she looks like a human, and Tameo is the first demon to escape the control of the Demon King Muzan. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi nodded. Miss Tameo can be said to hate Muzan to the extreme, and hates him to the bone. I wish Muzan would die without a burial place. It is precisely because of this that Miss Tameo has been helping the Demon Slayer Corps. In the end, she developed a drug that turns demons into humans and a poison that makes Muzan age continuously. If it weren't for Miss Tameo, the Demon Slayer Corps might not be able to kill the Demon King Muzan. Tsujikoku Yoriichi seemed to remember the past. The first time he met the Demon King Muzan, he had never seen such a dangerous demon. In his transparent world, he saw the body structure of the Demon King. He had 7 hearts and 5 brains. This kind of demon would not die, even if he was beheaded. And the speed of the thorn whip he swung was as fast as an afterimage. As long as you are attacked, you will die instantly. This kind of monster is no longer something that can be defeated by numbers. There is no way. Tsujikoku Yoriichi can only kill him in one move, cutting off his head and heart. If he didn't want to ask the question in his heart, Tsujikoku Yoriichi's next attack would definitely kill him. It's a pity that the Demon King Muzan had time to react. This guy was so shameless that he ran away. How arrogant he was when they first met. How embarrassed he was when he ran away. The pieces of flesh that finally escaped were only the size of a head. The damage caused by the red sword has not healed for 50 or 60 years. And Miss Tameo met at that time. Maybe Tameo had no ill intentions, so Tsujikoku Yoshiichi did not attack her. Tameo was like finding a savior, venting her resentment crazily. She resented the Demon King Muzan, why he hadn't died yet, and told Tsujikoku Yoshiichi the identity of the Demon King Muzan, and all the bad things this guy had done. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi only realized what he had let go at this time, but it was too late. As long as Tsujikoku Yoshiichi is alive, the Demon King Muzan will never appear again. It was also at this time that Tameo broke free from the control of the Demon King Muzan and became friends with Tsujikoku Yoshiichi and had an intersection with the Yubuayashiki clan of the Demon Slayer Corps. Then he began to study poisons. Poisons that can kill demons, and medicine that turns demons into humans. Later, Tsujikoku Yoshiichi gradually understood why Tameo hated Muzan. Hundreds of years ago, Tameo, who was still a human, suffered from a terminal illness that could not be cured by medicine. In order to see her children grow up, she tried her best to find a cure. Later, She was deceived by the ghost dance kind Muzan, and after becoming a ghost, she killed her husband and children in an uncontrollable state. After regaining her sanity, Tameo deeply regretted what she had done, but she had to kill people under the instinct of a ghost. Passing through the crowd and the bustling streets, Jiangnan found everything new. Finally, they came to an inconspicuous house. There was a breath of blood demon art around the house. This is a barrier to prevent ghosts from peeping. It is also Tameo's blood demon art. As soon as Jigo Yuanai arrived at the door opened. It was Miss Tameo who opened the door. Seeing a real person and watching anime are two different feelings. You are here. Jigo Yuan nodded. Miss Tameo smiled gently. Jiangnan looked up and down at Tameo in front of him. Tameo is a beautiful woman with long black hair that is parted in the middle and combed into a large, low bun, which is fixed with a flower hairpin. Her eyes are gentle, like a lavender mist. Her lips are rosy, which contrasts sharply with her pale face. She wears a dark purple kimono decorated with wavy lavender branches and red flowers, and a wide beige belt around her waist. Judging from her appearance, she is only 18 or 19 years old. But in fact, Miss Tameo is hundreds of years old. It's hard to imagine that you have regained your youth. I can feel that you are not a ghost, Mr. Yuchi. Tameo said softly. Although she was a little shocked, she still held back. At this time in the chat group leader Jiangnan, everyone come out to see the beauty. Group leader Jiangnan started the group live broadcast and turned on the immersive mode. Chapter 11, Demon Slayer Core. Mingfei, where there are beauties, there are beauties. Group leader Jiangnan, as expected, you are the one who reacts the fastest. Namikaze Minato, didn't the group leader go to Mr. Unichi's world? Atsuga Kuni Unichi, just a friend. Saitama, it seems that the group leader has opened something. Mingfei, it's a live broadcast, and it seems to be an immersive live broadcast. I haven't played it before. Group leader Jiangnan, come on, let's play together. This group leader will take you to play. Tameo invited the two to enter the room. The small room was very neat and clean. Tameo has been alone since she escaped from Muzan's control. After all, Tameo is also a ghost. Mr. Unichi, who is this gentleman? Tameo looked at Jiangnan and asked. Jiangnan smiled and began to introduce himself. Jiangnan, I'm not from the island country. I came here to help Tsuga Kuni Unichi deal with the Ghost King. Tameo looked at the ordinary boy in front of her with some doubts. She didn't know the world overseas. Through some books left behind, she knew that there was a great Tang Holy Kingdom overseas. Jiangnan seemed to be able to read minds and continued to explain. Don't pay too much attention to me. Just think of me as Mr. Yuchi's friend. I'm here to help him. Tameo still had many questions in her mind, but she also understood that Jiangnan was the helper that Jigoku Yuchi had found. Then Tameo served them both a cup of tea. The young Jigoku Yuchi made Tameo very curious. Muzan can turn others into demons through his blood, and then he can stay young. But he can't see the sun. Once he sunbathes, he will get cold. But it is obvious that Jigoku Yuchi is not the case. He really returned to his youth. When they just met, Tameo knew that Jigoku Yuchi was in existence that could kill the Demon King Muzan. Jigoku Yuchi drank a cup of tea gently and then got to the point. At this time, several figures suddenly appeared next to Jiangnan. The figures were translucent, as if they were some kind of holographic projection. The first to appear was a young loser with an excited look on his face, as if he had seen some fun high-tech. This guy's Mingfei, with messy hair, or thin body, and casual clothes, with a slipper on his feet. Group leader, I'm here. This group function is so high-tech. It can also let me be there in person, which is better than the most advanced 3D technology. Then Mingfei looked at Tameo, who exuded an elegant and gentle aura. Mingfei spoke directly. Could this be Yamato Nadeshiko? Jiangnan knew that Yamato Nadeshiko was a kind of gentle woman who was very popular in Japan. Mingfei, this otaku, really knows a lot of things. Then Jiangnan remembered that Mingfei had learned Japanese by himself in order to understand anime. Then a bald man appeared. A round head like a boiled egg, a pair of dead fish eyes. He was wearing a hero tights and a white cape on his back. This person was the bald devil Saitama. Saitama looked around curiously as soon as he appeared. It's really a different world. And what kind of high tech is this? Then he looked at his fist. Then it was Namikaze Minato. A sunny and cheerful boy. His golden hair is as dazzling as the sun. That gentle smile is always on his lips. He is also wearing the divine robe used by the fourth Hokage. This is also the first time for everyone to meet in person. Everyone looked at each other curiously. Mingfei was the first to open the conversation. It's really the fourth Hokage. Namikaze Minato looked at his projection state. What a powerful ability. My body is still in the Naruto world, but I can see here, as if I really experienced it myself. Saitama nodded and waved his limbs excitedly. It's so fun. At this time, Mingfei seemed to have discovered something interesting. So he stuck himself on the table. The projection was just a phantom. It would not touch any object in this world. Bug. Mingfei said with a smile, while stuck on the table. Then he walked out, and passed through the chair. It was the first time that Jigoku Yuchi saw such a thing, and he was also a little curious. Jiangnan smiled playfully, but Tamayo couldn't see it. Looking at Jigoku Yuchi's eyes, Tamayo looked around strangely. There is nothing strange in my house. Mr. Unichi, what happened? Tamayo asked softly. Her voice was very pleasant. Mingfei felt his heart pounding. As expected of the group leader, there are beauties for everyone to watch. This voice is really nice. Tamayo's gentleness and elegance, coupled with her temperament and beautiful face. Even Shilen High School, which is full of beauties, can't find such an outstanding beauty. Mingfei said without hesitation. Sure enough, the second dimension is still good. Long live the second dimension. Jiangnan sighed and said softly. This otaku is crazy again. Yeah. Tamayo was even more confused. It was still Jigoku Unichi who spoke. It's okay. Miss Tamayo, let's continue to talk about business. I remember you said last time that, in order to research the medicine that turns demons into adults, you need the blood of Muzan. Tamayo nodded. It's just that it's too difficult to get Muzan's blood. Tamayo can't do it alone. And the current strength of the Demon Slayer Corps can't do it. Mr. Yoriichi, Muzan hid after being defeated by you last time. It is almost impossible to find him again. In fact, the 12 Kazuki also contains Muzan's blood, but it has been diluted. We can start with the 12 Kazuki. Tamayo said some of the things she thought of. In fact, she also asked the Demon Slayer Corps for help. But since Kokushibo destroyed the Demon Slayer Corps and killed the Lord, the Demon Slayer Corps has become much weaker. The swordsmen of the Sun Breathing were almost killed by the Demon King Muzan. Tamayo's research can almost be said to have stopped, and she can only study some poisons against demons. Tsujikoku Yoriichi looked at Tamayo, who was a little worried, and said lightly, "Don't worry, I can find the location of Muzan. This time I will solve him completely, but the 12 Kazuki is also a trouble. So I hope that, after I defeat the Demon King Muzan, Miss Tamayo can research the antidote to turn demons back into humans." Tamayo moved slightly, and looked at Tsujikoku Yoriichi in disbelief. "Mr. Unichi, you really found the location of the Demon King Muzan. That's great. That hateful man deserves to die." When she thought of the man who turned her into a demon, Tamayo couldn't help but burst into anger. Tsujikoku Unichi nodded. "This time, I will definitely not let him run away again. Does Ms. Tamayo need to prepare anything?" Tamayo thought for a moment and then said, "Mr. Unichi, we may have to go to the Demon Slayer Corps." Chapter 12. Mingfei's attack. Yoshiichi Tsugakuni was slightly stunned. The Demon Slayer Corps, where he once belonged. Unfortunately, because he let the Demon King Muzan escape, and his brother became a demon. In the end, he was expelled from the Demon Slayer Corps. He began his own journey of hunting demons alone. Tamayo also knew that Yoshiichi Tsugakuni was expelled from the Demon Slayer Corps, and explained, "The Yubuayashiki clan, and I have some connections. Some of the poisons I made are of great help to the Demon Slayer Corps. Some weaker demons can be directly poisoned with wisteria toxins, which greatly reduces the death rate of the Demon Slayer Corps." Tamayo paused and continued, "The Yubuayashiki clan is also willing to provide me with some experimental equipment, and those equipment are now in the Demon Slayer Corps. Sometimes when the Demon Slayer Corps catches a powerful demon, I will also conduct a certain degree of research. The Yubuayashiki clan provided money, manpower and material resources, and Tameo continued her own research. No matter what era, you can't live without money. Tameo's research also needs money. The Demon Slayer Corps and Tameo are in a cooperative relationship. Since Tsukuni Yuchi is ready to kill Demon King Muzan, Tameo will bring her best experimental equipment. She will never miss this opportunity. That is the blood of Demon King Muzan. By analyzing the blood, maybe it is really possible to make an antidote that can only turn demons into humans. And who knows whether the blood of Demon King Muzan will disappear with the passage of time. Tameo has made first-hand research preparations. This is the rigorous attitude that a researcher should have. Tsukuni Yuchi's eyes are somewhat puzzling, as if he recalled some memories. Okay, when do we set off? Tameo saw that Tsukuni Yuchi agreed, so she began to prepare. She opened the window, and a black crow was flying in the sky. This is the companion equipped by each member of the Demon Slayer Corps. The crow slowly fell down, and landed in front of Tameo's window. Tsukuni Yuchi knew this kind of thing. The crow used by the Demon Slayer Corps to convey tasks and send messages. Tameo stroked the crow's feathers. Tell the Lord that I will go to see him with the original breathing swordsman, as well as information about Muzan. Gaga. The crow nodded, flapped its wings, flew into the sky, and then flew towards the direction of the Demon Slayer Corps. It has been nearly 60 years since Tsukuni Yoriichi returned to the Demon Slayer Corps. He knew that his brother killed the Lord of the Demon Slayer Corps and almost wiped out the Demon Slayer Corps. Although Tsukuni Yoriichi didn't say anything on the surface, he had already taken this responsibility on himself. And because the Demon Slayer Corps was almost destroyed, after the Yubuayashiki clan established the Demon Slayer Corps again, they hid deeper, and the surrounding area was full of wisteria flowers. Ordinary demons really couldn't get in. Even Tameo had to say hello in advance when she went to the Demon Slayer Corps. Mr. Yoriichi, if you are not in a hurry, you can stay here for a few days. I believe the Lord will reply soon. Tameo's voice was still so gentle. Tsukuni Yoriichi remembered the days when he used to live in Tanji's house. Thank you. Then Tameo looked at Jiangnan again. This gentleman can also stay here first. Jiangnan squinted his eyes gently. Then can I go out and play for a while? Jiangyan's heart suddenly lifted up. Jiangnan waved his hand and said at this time, don't worry, Mr. Yuanai, you trust me so much, I will definitely not make trouble, and I'm not the kind of madman who likes killing. Lu Mingfei, who had been watching, curled his lips and said, I don't believe it. Jiangnan smiled slightly. Classmate Lu Mingfei, it seems that you are still not miserable enough. Do you need my help? Lu Mingfei suddenly felt a chill. I was wrong. How could someone like the group leader who is so sunny and cheerful, righteous, handsome, suave, and loved by everyone do bad things? This is not cowardice, this is from the heart. Lu Mingfei said that he can bend and stretch. Jiangnan smiled lightly and didn't play tricks with this sly guy. In fact, only after getting familiar with Lu Mingfei, you will find that this child who lacks love always unconsciously shows his stubborn side. He is always languid and never shows his handsome and excellent side, as if he can protect himself in this way. Tameo looked at Jiangnan in confusion. This seemingly ordinary young man was actually talking to the air. Is he mentally ill? Tameo also studied medicine. She knew that some people were born with brain diseases and could see some things they imagined. Sometimes they would go crazy. This disease is called hysteria. As a member of the group, Jigo Yuanai could naturally see the projections of other group members, so he didn't think there was anything wrong with Jiangnan. But Tameo was not like that. Since Jiangnan was Jigo Yuanai's friend, Tameo was too embarrassed to say it clearly, so she opened her mouth and said, Mr. Jiangnan, are you too tired? If you are too nervous, you need to rest. Jiangnan had a question mark on his face. Then he realized something and said with a smile, sorry, I made fun of you. I'm not mentally ill, but I really need to rest. Zhu she was silent for a moment and said nothing more. Time always passes by inadvertently. The dazzling sunlight shines on the earth. It is spring now, with flowers blooming and the sun shining brightly. Zhu is a ghost and cannot be exposed to the sun, so he naturally sleeps in the room during the day. On the steps of the house, two people are sitting. They are basking in the sun. There is a cup of brewed tea next to them. Jihuanai sipped his tea and watched the hurried pedestrians on the street. Sometimes you stop to take a look. Even if the world is so dangerous, people will not stop. This is a hard-won peaceful area, Jihuanai said. Jiangnan nodded. In these places where several villages often fight, it is indeed hard to have a peaceful place. Basking in the sun and drinking brewed tea. Sometimes happiness is so simple. By comparison, it can be even happier. For example, Mingfei, who is doing horse stance at this time, trembling and sweating all over. Mingfei is about to cry. He shouldn't have listened to the group leader's deception and traveled through time. That's right, Mingfei also came to the Demon Slayer world. Shilan High School in the Dragon Clan world was on vacation. With the plug-in chat group, Mingfei felt that playing StarCraft was meaningless. So Jiangnan asked Mingfei to travel over here and let Jihuanai teach him sword skills and breathing techniques. Mingfei was a little hesitant at first, but he couldn't stand the power of the sun breathing technique. So he traveled over. Coming here is like entering the palm of Jiangnan's hand, and he can't run away. Mingfei didn't expect the group leader to be so vengeful. Jihuanai generously taught Mingfei the sun breathing he mastered. But Mingfei's talent is really not that good. The foundation is really too poor. The body of this dead otaku is weaker than that of ordinary people. So the basic breathing training was changed to basic physical training. Jiangnan also added a little bit of stuff by the way. He added 1.5 times the gravity. Chapter 13, For Freedom. Mingfei couldn't hold on any longer. But his body was not under his control at all. Because he was acupunctured. Who acupunctured? It was naturally the group leader Jiangnan. This tea is so fragrant. You know, in the mall, it's 100 points for 1 liang. It's a fragrant tea full of spiritual energy. Drinking a sip warms your internal organs. Jiangnan took a sip of tea gently, not knowing who he was talking to. Jihuanai was also drinking tea. In the transparent world, he saw through Mingfei's body. It was indeed a little too weak, and he had hardly exercised. Not everyone can practice the sun breathing. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many other breathing methods. If you want to learn the sun breathing, the first condition is to have a strong body. You know, Jihuanai is always using the markings, while other people can only use the markings for a while, just like they have to rest after the explosive power is used up. Jihuanai is in an explosive state all the time, and the sun breathing was created in this state. This also means that only those with outstanding talents can learn the sun breathing. Otherwise, you can only split up and learn the branch breathing of sun breathing, such as flame breathing, thunder breathing, and water breathing. At the same time, sun breathing is also the strongest of all breathing methods, because the power as dazzling as the sun can easily kill powerful ghosts. Jiangnan put down the teacup in his hand and came to Mingfei. Hold on, there are still 10 minutes. Mingfei could only move his lips and made a whimpering sound. I was wrong, group leader. I was really wrong. I shouldn't have called you a power dog. I shouldn't have doubted your kind character. I shouldn't have questioned your justice. From now on, group leader, you are the sky. If you tell me to go east, I will never go west. Jiangnan nodded in agreement. Oh, this is flattery. But you are indeed too weak. Although you can strengthen your body through points, you can't grasp the sudden increase in strength at all. Only the strength that is constantly honed is your own. There is a saying that goes, God will give a great task to this person, and must first make his heart and mind suffer, his muscles and bones work hard, and his body hungry. There are too many old bitches in Mingfei's world. If you are too weak, you can only be led by the nose. And then there is Mingfei's personality. This kind of awkward personality is too easy to be manipulated by the old bitch. Exercise and training can not only increase physical strength, but also make your mind stronger. Control power, rather than let power control you. Jiangnan patted Mingfei on the shoulder. For freedom, come on Mingfei. Mingfei was about to cry. He felt that the group leader was just changing ways to retaliate against him 10 minutes. Mingfei felt like he was living a year. The muscles on his body were sore. Even his fingers were trembling. When the 10 minutes were up, Xiao Yan gently pointed his fingers in the air. Lu Mingfei felt his whole body softened and sat directly on the ground. The soreness and pain of the muscles made Lu Mingfei feel like he was going to die. Xiao Yan came to Lu Mingfei with a brewed tea. Drink it. You can't stand it after just half an hour of horse stance, even though I increased the gravity by 1.5 times. Lu Mingfei took the tea handed over by Xiao Yan with trembling hands. Then he drank it in one gulp. A cool feeling instantly filled his limbs. The soreness and pain in his muscles began to gradually disappear. This tea is better than a panacea. Slow down, slow down. No one is competing with you. Take a break. Next, swing the sword 1000 times. Lu Mingfei's face was instantly filled with pain. Xiao Yan smiled slightly. Sure enough, happiness is built on the pain of others. Lu Mingfei felt his body recover to its peak state and felt that he was able to do it again. Xiao Yan had a smile on his face, and it seemed that he still had to practice. There is an original sin, and that is weakness. There are 5 people in the group. Lu Mingfei is the weakest in terms of martial arts and mentality. Lu Mingfei can't even fight head on. He lacks too many things. Yuichiro Tsugaku, Saitama, Minato Namikaze, they have fought countless battles of all sizes. Yuichiro Tsugaku, needless to say, is the ceiling of the combat power of the Demon Slayer world. He has killed countless demons. After hundreds of various battles, his swordsmanship skills have long reached the peak of human beings. Namikaze Minato, the 4th Hokage, is a civilian ninja, but he is extremely talented. He has participated in hundreds of battles, big and small, and even participated in several wars. He also made his name in the war, the Golden Flash. As long as the enemy ninja sees the Golden Flash, they can directly give up the mission. A simple name can directly scare the opponent away. His record is even more terrifying. He instantly killed 50 Jonins and forced back the Tokage level strongman, the Raikage and the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. He can even kill the 8 Tails Jinchuriki in exchange for his life. He fought with Obito and instantly saw through his weaknesses and defeated him. Saitama, the bold devil, constantly trained and killed monsters. Even when he was weak, Saitama dared to confront monsters head on. Until now, Saitama doesn't know how many monsters he has killed, and he is so powerful that he can't even find his opponent. Compared with the 3 of them, Lu Mingfei is just an ordinary loser. Apart from exchanging his life and his brother for temporary power, he can't do anything. In the end, the principal gave him a cheat, but he could only reach the strength of an A-level hybrid. When fighting Odin, he almost gave the last 1/4 of his life to his brother. Now he works hard to train. Maybe he can save 1/4 of his life someday. After he recovered, Lu Mingfei began to swing his sword. Sweat slowly flowed down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lu Mingfei actually knew in his heart that he was a loser, and many things were beyond his control. In fact, he could choose not to become stronger, but that kind of future would be the future of stepping on the throne of loneliness. That future is too lonely. So although Lu Mingfei complained, he was actually very happy in his heart. He could feel that his body was getting stronger. After each training session, the group leader Xiao Yan would generously take out the elixir he had to ensure that Lu Mingfei was full of energy every day. He could train hard. Jigo Yuanai used the transparent world to watch Lu Mingfei's body getting stronger. With this kind of physique, you can almost start basic breathing training. With the training and the passage of time, Lu Mingfei's body began to become stronger. The fat and excess flesh gradually disappeared, and the skin became tighter. The angular muscles fit tightly to the body, giving Lu Mingfei's body a distinct curve, like a cheetah. The tight 6-pack abdominal muscles have also appeared on Lu Mingfei's belly. Now Lu Mingfei is definitely a handsome guy, as long as he doesn't show that look of a loser. The contract has been signed. Please vote, recommend votes, and monthly votes are my motivation to update. Chapter 14, Letter from the Demon Slayer Core. Time always passes by inadvertently. A week passed just like that. The crows that flew over brought several important messages. The first thing was that the Lord of the Demon Slayer Corps hoped to meet with Tsugumi Yoriichi. The second thing was the movement of the demons. The traces of the activities of the 12 demon moons suddenly disappeared, and some powerful demons also suddenly disappeared. In order to investigate this matter, the Demon Slayer core delayed for a while before applying. The third thing was about the Demon King Muzan. The pillar level strongman in the Demon Slayer core hoped to assist Tsugumi Yoriichi in killing the Demon King Muzan. At night, Tsugumi Yoriichi, Jiangnan, and Tameo listened to the messenger crow talking endlessly. Jiangnan chuckled. After playing for so long, it's time to move. In the yard, looming for his breathing had his own rules. Then he kept waving the blade in his hand, and the red flames appeared and disappeared from time to time. This was the sword momentum of the sun breathing technique. The weapon Looming Fei used for training was an alloy steel knife bought in the group mall. Although it was an ordinary mortal object, its sharpness was also extremely terrifying. 7 days was enough for a person to be reborn. Not to mention that the two people who trained him were both very powerful. And there was also a plug-in. What Looming Fei lacked now was combat experience. After training for so many days, Looming Fei had never experienced a battle. Not to mention the life and death fight. Being too limited to the skills of the moves is also a disadvantage. Combat is flexible and changeable. Without rich combat experience, no matter how good the combat skills are, they are useless. As for why they didn't practice against each other, the gap is too big. And only a truly ever-changing battle can quickly increase a person's combat experience. Tameo gently rolled up her hair. Mr. Yuchi, Mr. Jiangnan, let's set off tonight. Tameo is a ghost, so naturally he can only travel at night. Demon Slayer Core. Jiangnan seemed to have seen something interesting again, and then looked at Looming Fei who was practicing swordsmanship. An idea suddenly came to mind. What if Looming Fei went to participate in the selection of the Demon Slayer Core? It must be fun. Looming Fei only felt a chill, as if someone was trying to trick him. No way. I've left the Dragon Clan world. Who would miss me? My brother shouldn't be able to cross the world to find me. After watching the Dragon Clan, Looming Fei knew that his brother actually had a physical body, and he was the boss of Gyodme and other talented beauties. His future destiny was basically determined by these people. Then Looming Fei looked around nervously and saw Jiangnan with a smirk on his face. Jiangnan looked at Looming Fei and looked at him, and the smile on his face became even more pleasant. Looming Fei immediately turned his head and practiced swords seriously. Anyway, the group leader has been tricking him for a long time. Only when practicing sword can he concentrate all his attention and not think about random things. Otherwise, Looming Fei was afraid that he would scare himself to death. Concentrate on breathing. Concentrate on breathing. Now Looming Fei can only drive a manual transmission and can only use the breathing method actively. Once he relaxes and switches to automatic transmission, the breathing method will stop naturally. This is normal. He has only practiced for 7 days and has only learned a little bit. In order to use the breathing method anytime and anywhere, you have to replace your 18-year habit of breathing independently. And after practicing well, you have to practice the breathing method while sleeping. Only in this way can a person's body become stronger and use the breathing method to strengthen his body all the time. The breathing method is used to make up for the gap between humans and ghosts. Ghosts have unlimited physical strength, endless lifespan, and rapid recovery healing ability. It can be said that they are bosses with bloodlock plugins and infinite magic plugins. When human power is limited, people will be injured, exhausted, old and dead, and even a small wound can be fatal. The breathing method makes up for the gap in combat power between humans and ghosts. It gives people the power to fight ghosts. The founder of the breathing method is Yuchi Tsugumi. At this time, he is guiding Looming Fei to learn breathing methods and sword skills. The principle of the breathing method is mainly used to strengthen the cardiopulmonary function, so that the blood can absorb a large amount of oxygen in a short period of time, which can greatly increase the body's ability in an instant, and then temporarily have the same physical strength as ghosts. The higher realm of fully concentrated breathing is fully concentrated in constant concentration, which allows one to continue to concentrate on breathing even when sleeping. Mastering it is a minimum requirement to approach the strength of the pillars. Taking sun breathing as the ancestor, the 5 basic schools of water, thunder, flame, rock and wind were derived from it. Later, new schools with various characteristics were developed based on these 5 schools. After Looming Fei swung the sword 3000 times, He sheathed the sword and completed today's training. At this time, he was exhausted and sweating profusely. I'm so hungry. Mingfei rubbed his stomach. Jiang Nan smiled and thought about the next itinerary. If he goes to the Demon Slayer Corps, he will put Mingfei in the selection area for training. There are all demons caught by the Demon Slayer Corps. They are not strong, and they have not eaten people. Their strength has been reduced again. It's just that they may have been hungry for too long, and each one is a mad dog. Fighting with these demons will definitely allow Mingfei to absorb a lot of combat experience. What Mingfei lacks now is a state of mind for fighting and combat experience. Ghosts are good opponents. As long as you don't cut their necks, you can't kill them. To really kill ghosts, you need a calm fighting attitude. Many people can't even hold their weapons because their minds are too weak when they fight for the first time. Fighting, killing, and facing fear can really make you stronger. At this time, Mingfei didn't know what would happen next. Although he knew that Jiang Nan would trick him, he never thought it would be so tricky. Looking at Mingfei who was walking over, Jiang Nan said with a smile, "Have you finished practicing?" Mingfei nodded and then embarrassedly rubbed his stomach again. "Group leader, I seem to be a little hungry and my stomach feels empty." The smile on Jiang Nan's face remained unchanged. "Oh, this is just after dinner, but your training volume is indeed a bit large. Take this. I occasionally practice the Bigu pill." Jiang Nan lightly tapped his finger in the void, and a pill fell from the void. This is a pill as clear and transparent as a gem, and it is also a top grade pill. In the world of cultivation, the Bigu pill can only be regarded as a pill made by ordinary cultivators in order to catch up with their time to practice without eating. It is the most basic ordinary pill. Jiang Nan put the pill on his finger and flicked it lightly. It bounced directly into Mingfei's mouth. As soon as a pill entered his mouth, it turned into water and entered his stomach. It melted in his mouth. Mingfei only felt a warm current entering his stomach to dispel the hunger. The tired body gradually filled up. Sweep away hunger and be yourself again. As expected, the things given by the group leader are all good things. Jiang Nan, have a good rest. Classmate Mingfei, we are going to the Demon Slayer Corps today. Mingfei said with some doubts. Am I going with you? He still knows his mediocre skills. Jiang Nan nodded with a wicked smile. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 15, Wisteria Forest. Following the instructions of the messenger crows, Tameo found the newly built residence of the Demon Slayer Corps. It was a sea of flowers. Beautiful wisteria flowers weighed down the branches and drooped to the ground. Wisteria trees were everywhere. For demons, wisteria flowers are highly poisonous. But Tameo obviously had a way to deal with it. The carriage carrying everyone slowly passed through the forest of wisteria trees. Finally, rows of buildings were seen. That was the newly established Demon Slayer Corps. Swordsmen kept appearing in the Demon Slayer Corps. Messenger crows flew non-stop in the sky. In this era, there were no mobile phones at all. If you wanted to communicate and transmit information, you had to rely on these talking crows. These crows formed a dense network. The Lord of the Demon Slayer Corps collected various information and intelligence, and then summarized and issued tasks. He was alone in the Demon Slayer Corps base, and he could also command countless members of the Demon Slayer Corps to hunt demons. It was because of the Demon Slayer Corps that this small island country was not ravaged by demons. And ordinary people don't know about the Demon Slayer Corps. In a sense, they are also heroes in the shadows. Looking at the Demon Slayer Corps in front of him, Jigo Yuan's eyes were full of nostalgia. The former Demon Slayer Corps was very excited because he brought the breathing method. He killed demons with those like-minded people. At that time, his brother was also a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. Time passed quickly, and it was nearly 60 years since they last met. Jigo Yuan didn't expect that he would be able to step into the Demon Slayer Corps again. In the beautiful and huge Japanese courtyard, a tall house stood in the center. There were stone benches and stone tables in the courtyard. There were also various flowers and grasses planted around. Going up the steps, the floor of the building was covered with Japanese tatami. Everyone finally arrived here before dawn. If the sun came out, Tameo would not be able to come out. Everyone got off the car. Walking through the courtyard, Mingfei looked around curiously. There were swordsmen holding weapons like him all around, and their auras were very easy to distinguish. These were all swordsmen of the breathing method. Under the eaves of the courtyard, torches burned to illuminate the surroundings. In this era, this is the only way to get light in the dark. The sky was hazy, and it seemed that the sun was about to rise. The current head of the Ubuayashiki family had been waiting at the door for a long time. When he saw Tameo and Sugakuni Yoriichi, he knew that the person he was waiting for had come. Although he didn't know the two people behind him, but he could feel that they were also human. Sorry, I made you laugh. I should have gone out to greet you, but my body really can't do it. Cough cough. The head of the Ubuayashiki family coughed twice, and their thin bodies seemed to fall down at any time. They were already terminally ill at a young age, and they looked only in their early 20s. My lord, since they are here, let's go back first. The man wearing a red flame feather came to the head of the Ubuayashiki family, his eyes full of respect. This person is a current flame pillar. The head of the Ubuayashiki family looked at Sugakuni Yoriichi, and his lifeless eyes were full of apology. Let's go in first. In the living room of the building, the head of the Ubuayashiki family was supported by two children and sat down. His wife beside him began to make tea for the guests. The hot tea was soon served to everyone. Tsukuni Yoshiichi looked at the hideous skin on the forehead of the head of the Ubuayashiki family, and knew that this head of the Ubuayashiki family would not live for much longer. I never thought that I could see Mr. Yoshiichi again, and he still looks so young. Although Miss Tameo mentioned it in the letter, I was still very shocked after meeting him. The head of the Ubuayashiki family said softly. His tone was unusually gentle. Tsukuni Yoshiichi glanced at Jiangnan who was sitting next to him. It's just that I encountered some things. I didn't expect that I would come to the Demon Slayer Corps again. Jiangnan and Mingfei didn't say anything nice, but drank tea. The two of them were like two outsiders, watching everything quietly. The head of the Ubuayashiki family thought for a while and spoke. Since the establishment of the Demon Slayer Corps, countless people have sacrificed. Thanks to the breathing method left by Mr. Yoshiichi, we can narrow the gap in the battle with demons. Tsukuni Yoshiichi spoke slowly. His tone was very calm. No more sacrifices. I will end it all. The head of the Ubuayashiki family considered for a while and spoke. King of Demons Muzan is related to the fate of our family for 1,000 years. Mr. Uchi, I don't doubt your strength, but recently the demons seem to have made great moves. The 12 demons and some powerful demons suddenly disappeared. According to some reliable information, they seem to have gathered together. The head of the Ubuayashiki family meant that the demons had gathered together. A hero needs 3 helpers. If there are too many people, even Yuichi Tsuchikoku, who once defeated the King of Demons Muzan, may be restrained. And even if Yuichi Tsuchikoku can defeat the 12 demons and those powerful demons, it will consume physical strength. People are different from demons and need to rest. The head of the Ubuayashiki family is worried about accidents. Yuichi Tsuchikoku said in a very firm tone. I will solve them all together. This is the confidence of being the ceiling of combat power. Even the upper string one, Kokushibo, was killed by him with 1 sword. The other 12 demons are probably a matter of 1 sword. And he also called the group leader Jiangnan. Even if he really loses, Jiangnan will take action. The head of the Ubuayashiki family sighed slightly and spoke. Mr. Yoshiichi, you don't need to take this responsibility on yourself, and the Demon Slayer Corps is not as weak as you think. Since they plan to attack the Demon King Muzan, they must do their best. This is an opportunity. The head of the Ubuayashiki family wants to seize this opportunity. Let the Demon Slayer Corps hold back the 12 demon moons and other demons. King versus King, General versus General. Let Yoshiichi Tsugakuni fight against the Demon King Muzan at his peak. The head of the Ubuayashiki family believes that Yoshiichi Tsugakuni will never let the Demon King Muzan run away again this time. Yoshiichi Tsugakuni does not want to let others sacrifice again. The Demon Slayer Corps has sacrificed too many people to deal with demons. On the other side, Tameo came to her research room and the Demon Slayer Corps. There are materials and experimental equipment she put here in this room. Then put some syringes and reagents. The toxins in them can target demons. Tameo chose to take this kind of thing. Maybe it can help in the battle. The damn man. When Tameo thought about what she was going to do next, she couldn't even control her emotions. After so long, she could finally take revenge on that man. The next step was to wait for the head of the Ubuayashiki family and Tsugumi Yoriichi to discuss it. However, there was no agreement at all. Tsugumi Yoriichi didn't want the Demon Slayer Corps to get involved. The head of the Ubuayashiki family wanted the Demon Slayer Corps to help Tsugumi Yoriichi to ensure that everything was safe. The Flame Pillar, who was standing by to protect his lord, couldn't bear to watch it anymore. So he stood up. Chapter 16. Duel. The Flame Pillar actually has a bad temper. But because he was in front of his lord, he restrained his temper. But at this time, seeing that Tsukuni Yoshiichi refused to let them help, he finally couldn't help it. He thought that Tsukuni Yoshiichi looked down on him and thought that his strength could not help at all. The head of the Ubuayashiki family could feel Tsukuni Yoshiichi's determination not to let anyone sacrifice. What a gentle person. But when dealing with demons, which are man-eating creatures, you have to be cautious. The head of the Ubuayashiki family has seen too many members of the Demon Slayer Corps sacrifice. He remembered the name of every member who sacrificed. If possible, he didn't want these healthy members to sacrifice. But demons are monsters that like to eat people. Someone must fight this monster. So the head of the Ubuayashiki family wanted Tsukuni Yoshiichi to understand the importance of the Demon Slayer Corps. So he didn't stop the Flame Pillar from erupting. Mr. Yoshiichi, I know you are the founder of the breathing method and use the original sun breathing, but we are not weak either. I think we in the Demon Slayer Corps are qualified to assist you. The Flame Pillar stepped forward, and an amazing momentum burst out from his body. The pillars of the Demon Slayer Corps are all top-notch, the strongest who have emerged from countless battles with demons. And they have combat power comparable to the 12 demon moons. The first condition for becoming a pillar is to kill one of the 12 demon moons. Tsukuni Yoriichi looked at the dazzling light of the Flame Pillar. Firm belief, high morale, and strong body. It's not like that, it's just that it's really unnecessary. Tsukuni Yoriichi spoke. Looking at the Flame Pillar at this time, he thought of the Flame Pillar in later generations. The Flame Pillar who would not let anyone sacrifice. Even in the face of the temptation of becoming a demon, he insisted on continuing to fight. In the end, he fulfilled his promise and did not let anyone die, but he died on the eve of dawn. The Flame Pillar took a deep breath, his eyes full of fighting spirit. Tsukuni Yoriichi, let's duel. Instead of grinding my mouth here, I might as well use my strength to prove that our Demon Slayer Corps will never hold you back. If you can take action, don't talk. The Flame Pillar felt that his temper was not suitable for persuading others. Even his own lord has not succeeded in persuading Uchitsuga Kuni, and he does not think that he is better than his lord. So he used his own way, a duel. He used his long-honed fighting skills to make this first breathing swordsman understand the importance of the Demon Slayer Corps. Uchitsuga Kuni looked at the Flame Pillar with some doubts. He was a little confused about the direction of things now. He accompanied Tameo to the Demon Slayer Corps to get experimental equipment, and by the way, he took a look at his former home. The head of the Ubuayashiki family said that he wanted to talk to him about something. In Uchitsuga Kuni's memory, every head of the Ubuayashiki family was a very gentle person. It just so happened that Uchitsuga Kuni also had something to talk to the head of the Ubuayashiki family about. After all, there are still many things to do after killing the Demon King. Even if an antidote is developed to turn demons back into humans, the power of the head of the Ubuayashiki family is needed to help. Uchitsuga Kuni is good at fighting, and intelligence and layout are not what he is good at. It's just that how did it develop into a duel inexplicably now? And in this warring states period, swordsmen all have their own pride. This is equivalent to human dignity. Generally speaking, duels between swordsmen are not allowed to be refused. Jiangnan was eating melons happily on the side. Lu Mingfei was the same. He was eating melons happily. Ji Goyuan looked at the serious look of the Flame Pillar, and he knew that he could not refuse this battle, even if it was just a competition. This is a clash of beliefs. It is also a respect for another swordsman. I understand. Jigoyan nodded. The Demon Slayer Corps has its own beliefs and fighting spirit to fight demons. Maybe not all, but most of them are like this. It is such a Demon Slayer Corps that maintains the balance between humans and demons. They are all heroes. Think about it from another perspective. How could the Demon Slayer Corps not participate in the attack on the Demon King Muzan? At this time, the sun has appeared. The bright sunshine shines on the earth. Tamayo can only stay under the eaves. Demons are good in everything, but they can't sunbathe. Otherwise, they will turn into ashes in an instant. And the way to overcome the sunlight is the blue-red spider lily. But the blue-red spider lily will only bloom in the sun. So, Muzan and his demons couldn't find it no matter what. And the flowering period is only 10 minutes. Sometimes it doesn't bloom for a whole year. It would be strange if they could find it. The Demon Slayer Corps base. In the Japanese-style courtyard, two swordsmen stood. There was a special pattern between their breathing. The fast-beating heart was like thunder. This duel could only be regarded as a competition. Both sides used wooden swords. The swords of the island country are actually samurai swords. But even if they were holding wooden swords, the aura that appeared on the two people was extremely terrifying. It was as if they had real swords in their hands. Mingfei looked at the two people with some envy. Although he had just learned the breathing method, he also knew that to reach this level, he needed constant fighting and training. The head of the Ubuayashiki family stood under the eaves. His two children supported him. He was the referee this time, and would not favor any party. Both sides were willing to let the head of the Ubuayashiki family be the referee. The battle between the pillars also attracted some swordsmen from the Demon Slayer Corps base. This kind of battle is rare in normal times. There are more and more Demon Slayer Corps swordsmen around. But they all tacitly did not enter the garden. The head of the Ubuayashiki family coughed lightly. Then let's begin. The flame pillar took a deep breath, and a burning flame sword appeared around him. Concentrate on breathing. Facing the strongest demon-slaying swordsman in history, the flame pillar did not dare to neglect it, and directly used his peak power. Flame breathing form 1, Shiranu. The flame pillar's body was burning with yellow flames, and he rushed forward quickly, leaving only an after image on the spot. In an instant, the flame pillar came in front of Tsujikoku Yoshiichi. The wooden sword wrapped in yellow flames fell smoothly. Beheading. This is the best way to attack demons, and it is also useful for people. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi's figure flashed, turned into several after images and disappeared. The wooden sword in his hand swung and slashed quickly. Sun breathing form 4, illusion of sun rainbow. Sun breathing form 4, illusion of sun rainbow, a specialized dodge dance that uses high speed twisting and spinning. But the better the eyesight, the clearer the user's after image will be. The red flames and the yellow flames collided with each other. The slashes of both sides were very fast as after images. Ordinary swordsmen of the Demon Slayer Corps could only see after images flashing by, and could not see clearly how the two fought. The surrounding ground was directly lifted up by the slashes of the two. The terrifying flame sword force began to spread all around. Chapter 17, Broken Blade. The more the flame pillar fought, the more he could not understand the man in front of him. Unparalleled sword skills, extremely terrifying power. It seemed that it was not something that a human with two hands could use. Every attack of the flame pillar would be interrupted and blocked, and the opponent only defended without attacking. The gap between the two sides was huge. Flame breathing 5 forms. Flame tiger. The flame pillar suddenly swung a huge slash and began to rush forward. The yellow flame sword formed a roaring flaming tiger. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi shook the wooden sword in his hand lightly. Sun breathing 7 forms. Yang Hua thrust. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi suddenly thrust forward, and the red flames around his body were wrapped around his body one by one. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi turned into a beam of light. The red flame thrust collided with the yellow tiger. The terrifying sword force crushed all the flowers and plants around. Then the red flame thrust dispersed the yellow flaming tiger. The flame pillar flew backwards. In the air, the flame pillar barely turned around and landed. After sliding for 4 or 5 meters, he stopped with difficulty. What a terrifying power. The flame pillar didn't notice that his hands were shaking. It was just a simple fight, and the flame pillar understood the horror of his opponent. To defeat such a terrifying opponent, he had to use the ultimate skill. Thinking of this, the flame pillar did not hesitate to take the posture of holding the sword. The terrifying power was gathering. The yellow flames around him burned more and more vigorously. Breath of Flame 9 type, Purgatory. The last move of Breath of Flame, the ultimate skill, 9 type Purgatory, rushed towards the enemy like a meteor, instantly causing a large area of bone cutting and flesh cutting blows to the enemy. The next moment, the flame pillar's whole body was surrounded by scorching flames and roared. He rushed forward like a meteor, and his target was exactly Tsujikoku Yoshiichi. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi waved the sword in his hand. Breath of the Sun 11 types of Halo Dragon Head Dance. This is a high-speed combo skill like a flying fire dragon, which will cause the wound of the demon to feel a sharp pain like being burned by flames, and it will temporarily prevent regeneration. At the moment of the sword skills, the attacks of both sides collided with each other. It was like two giant dragons entangled together. Fighting and killing finally turned into a sky full of flames. But in the transparent world of Tsugakushi Yoshiichi, all tricks are useless. By seeing through the opponent's muscle tremors, you can see through the opponent's moves. The outcome was determined from the beginning. The fire tornado rose into the sky. Bang! There was a loud bang. The flames dissipated. The flame pillar flew backwards directly, and the wooden sword in his hand had broken. The flame pillar, who fell to the ground, struggled to stabilize his body, took a few deep breaths, and barely suppressed his hot body. The battle just now had already been decided. At the last knife, Tsugakushi Yoshiichi could have cut off the flame pillar's neck. But in the end, Tsugakushi Yoshiichi slightly deviated the knife, and finally only cut off the knife and the flame pillar's hand. The swordsman had no knife, and the battle was over. I lost, and I lost convincingly. The flame pillar admitted his defeat very directly. Inferior skills are inferior to others. The head of the Ubuayashiki family announced the victory with a smile. The surrounding swordsmen of the Demon Slayer Corps also witnessed how terrifying the battle between the pillars was. Then the flame pillar came to his lord. Sorry, lord, I lost. The head of the Ubuayashiki family shook his head, with a gentle look on his face. No problem. You have proved yourself. Looking at the still gentle lord, the flame pillar made up his mind to train to death after returning. Then the head of the Ubuayashiki family looked at Tsujikuni Yoriichi. Mr. Yoriichi, I know that you don't want anyone to sacrifice in your heart, so you want to deal with all the ghosts by yourself, even if you die. But killing the Demon King Muzan is the fate and destiny of our Ubuayashiki family. The head of the Ubuayashiki family felt that no one present was an outsider, so he began to tell the secrets of the family. Most of the boys who appeared in the Ubuayashiki family had a short lifespan and were weak and sickly. This was because of the 1,000-year curse. Hundreds of years ago, a monster appeared in the Ubuayashiki family. He is the Demon King Muzan. The Demon King Muzan was originally an ordinary young man, and he came from the same family as the head of the Demon Slayer Corps. However, he was terminally ill when he was less than 20 years old, so he found a mysterious doctor who was eager to continue his life. This doctor can be said to be the key to his transformation into a demon. The mysterious doctor also did his best to secretly develop many prescriptions for longevity, but Muzan's condition did not improve under his treatment but worsened, so Muzan killed the doctor out of resentment. But later, Muzan was surprised to find that his body had undergone a powerful change. Muzan's muscles became strong, and he also gained the ability to regenerate, and he had the magic of keeping his face forever. But the only drawback is that he can't walk in the sun, and he must eat human flesh and blood to maintain this ability. This is of course not satisfactory for him who pursues perfection, but the key doctor has been cruelly killed by him. But he found the clue of the blue spider lily from the doctor's books and formulas. So in order to find this medicinal material, he turned people into demons and became his slaves, searching all over the world. In the end, it was just to satisfy his own selfish desires, thus filling the corners of the world with evil spirits. After Kibutsuji Muzan became a demon, the Ubuayashiki clan seemed to be cursed. Whenever there was a newborn in the family, they were weak and sickly, and died soon after. Later, when the bloodline of the Yubuayashiki clan was about to be cut off, they were inspired by the Lord and learned that, because a demon appeared in the same bloodline, they had to devote their efforts to defeat him so that the Yubuayashiki clan would not be cut off. The 1000-year curse of the Yubuayashiki clan. After receiving the advice of the Lord, the Yubuayashiki clan married wives from the priest family from generation to generation, and the children born were not so easy to die. Even if the child survived, no one in the Yubuayashiki clan could live for more than 30 years. After watching Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, at Tsugumi Kunio, she actually knew these things. But listening to the head of the Yubuayashiki family say it was a different feeling. The head of the Yubuayashiki family seemed to be talking about the sadness and heroism of his own clan. Tsukuni Yoshiichi was a little hesitant. The other party's responsibility and determination to kill demons were no less than his own. At this time, Jiangnan walked down the stairs. Destiny and fate, or 1000-year curse. The Yubuayashiki family is indeed too sad. Tsukuni Yoshiichi turned his head and looked at Jiangnan. Group leader, even now I can't protect during the battle. Jiangnan interrupted Tsukuni Yoshiichi directly. It's okay, I'll do it. Then Jiangnan looked at the head of the Yubuayashiki family. You Demon Slayer Corps can go, but I have a small condition. I hope to borrow the selection site of your Demon Slayer Corps. At this time in the group leader Jiangnan, Mr. Yoshiichi, no one will be sacrificed as long as I'm here, I promise. Tsukuni Yoshiichi saw the information in the group in an instant. The head of the Yubuayashiki family looked at Tsukuni Yoshiichi. Tsukuni Yoshiichi nodded helplessly. The head of the Yubuayashiki family said, okay. Chapter 18, Confused Mingfei. Mingfei, who was eating melons, suddenly saw Jiangnan looking at him. Why are you looking at me? Jiangnan smiled slightly. This smile made Mingfei feel a chill. That group leader, my mother called me to go home to collect clothes, so I'll leave first. Hey, no hurry. Jiangnan appeared beside Mingfei at some point and pressed his shoulder with one hand. Looking at the gentle smile on Jiangnan's face, Mingfei couldn't help swallowing his saliva. Woo woo woo. Jiangnan smiled unchanged and said in a tone that was good for you. Mingfei, you have practiced sword for such a long time, but you can't do it without experiencing a battle. You have too little combat experience. Look, in order to improve your combat ability, I told the boss and he agreed. This is a rare opportunity. Mingfei seemed to have thought of something, and a painful expression appeared on his face. Can I refuse? Oh, do you want to refuse? There are not many places where you can be reborn. The ghosts there are not strong, which is very suitable for you to accumulate combat experience. If you return to your own world, you will encounter the Dragon King at any time. Can you beat him without exchanging your life? Mingfei always felt that Jiangnan was fooling him, but he couldn't find the flaw. Seeing that Mingfei did not refuse again, Jiangnan patted Mingfei on the shoulder. Okay, then it's settled. Then Jiangnan turned his head to look at the head of the Yubuayashiki family. Lend me the Nichiren sword. The head of the Yubuayashiki family nodded. Finally, he was ready to let his team bring a Nichiren sword. However, Jiangnan waved his hand. Let me do it. Then he waved his hand. A Nichiren sword appeared. Put the Nichiren sword in Mingfei's hand. Come on, I'll pick you up in 3 days. Jiangnan said very solemnly, as if he was going to experience the separation of life and death. Mingfei showed a smile that was uglier than crying. Well, you must come to pick me up. Jiangnan smiled slightly. Let's go. A hole suddenly appeared under Mingfei's feet, and Mingfei fell down without reacting in time. And the place where he fell was exactly the selection place of the Demon Slayer Corps. Mingfei didn't expect that he would be sent there like this. Looking at the space hole that was getting smaller and smaller, Mingfei couldn't help but roared. Your uncle. Jiangnan shook his head. He still needs practice. The selection place of the Demon Slayer Corps is surrounded by wisteria trees. The ghosts inside can't get out, and the ghosts outside can't get in. Most of the ghosts in the selection place are some weaker ghosts captured by the Demon Slayer Corps. Now it's 400 years before the beginning of the plot. The abnormally strong hand ghost has not come here yet. Even the current upper rank ghost is not the upper rank ghost in the plot. And Jiangnan also kept a backup. Mingfei will definitely not die. But the pain must be really uncomfortable. Jiang Nan's powerful divine consciousness instantly found the place where Muzan was hiding. No wonder he couldn't find it. It turned out that they hid in the infinite castle 100 meters underground. There were many demons gathered in the infinite castle, which was constantly changing its location. The missing 12 demon months were also completed. It looks like there will be some fun. Jiang Nan smiled. The sky was covered by the night, and this was the time when demons were active. Tameo was holding the prepared experimental equipment and ready to set off. Crows kept flying in the sky. The atmosphere of the Demon Slayer core was very tense. The atmosphere before the decisive battle was a little depressing. In 2 days, all the pillar level strongmen who were on missions outside came back. The first battle to subjugate the Demon King Muzan is about to begin. The reason for choosing to start at night is that, if it is daytime, the demons will run away without hesitation. This subjugation battle is actually extremely disadvantageous to the Demon Slayer core. Just as Tanjiro Kamado said at the time, humans can only fight demons in the dark, which is not conducive to themselves. Once it is daytime, the demons will run away without hesitation. In the Japanese-style courtyard, all the powerful members of the Demon Slayer core came here. Now there are a total of 5 pillar-level strongmen in the Demon Slayer core. Flame Pillar, Ringo Kujiro. Water Pillar, Suzuki Konomi. This is a beautiful blue-haired woman with a somewhat cold temperament. She has been on missions outside. When she heard that the battle against Demon King Muzan was about to begin, she quickly rushed back. Sound Pillar, Amano Yoshihide. This is a somewhat serious man, wearing a yellow hoary jacket, with half of his face covered by his golden hair. Rock Pillar, Danai Kuma. This is a giant strong man with a height of 2 meters, holding a huge axe, and his breathing is like thunder. Wind Pillar, Fuma Katero. The Wind Pillar is a man with a relatively short stature, but his momentum is extremely sharp, like a wind blade cutting. Many of the other members of the Demon Slayer core who participated in the battle are at the quasi-pillar level. They have achieved full concentration breathing, using breathing methods to replace their normal breathing, and even using breathing methods when sleeping. Tsujikoku Yoshiichi looked at these outstanding members of the Demon Slayer core, and then glanced at Jiang Nan. Jiang Nan used an okay gesture. The head of the Ubuayashiki family also concentrated his mind. He is an excellent commander. Jiang Nan waved his hand and a blue projection screen appeared. The projection on the screen was like an LCD TV, showing a very clear picture. That was the picture in the Infinite Castle. A man in a black wide robe stood on the largest screen in the middle. The aura of the man was very dangerous. Jigo Yuanai saw at a glance that he was the Demon King Muzan. It was as if the blood was pulling him. It was the guidance of fate. The head of the Ubuayashiki family also saw the identity of this man. He is the Demon King Muzan. The pupils of all the members of the Demon Slayer core rank. This guy is the source of demons, the source of all disasters. Most of the members who joined the Demon Slayer core were because their families or relatives were killed by demons. They hated demons so much that they hated them to the bone. The head of the Ubuayashiki family coughed twice. Remember that your mission is to assist Mr. Jigo Yuanai to kill the Demon King Muzan. The fate of 1,000 years is today. This is the first time that humans have actively counterattacked and conquered monsters like demons. Then the head of the Ubuayashiki family looked at Jiang Nan. Mr. Jiang Nan, please. Jiang Nan explained his ability as some kind of magic, not blood demon magic. The head of the Ubuayashiki family had read some ancient books handed down in the early years, and knew that there were other countries overseas. His country often sent outstanding talents to study. For example, the prosperous Tang dynasty, which was most mentioned in the records. During the prosperous Tang dynasty, they brought back a lot of useful knowledge and various precious seeds. Since his country has such things as ghosts and blood demon magic, it is not surprising that other countries have some similar things. Jiang Nan did not explain too much, and it was okay to understand it this way. Chapter 19. The Ghost King is so miserable. At this time in the Infinite City, the black-hearted boss Muzan was scolding his subordinates. What a bunch of trash. You ate so many people, but you can't even bear a little blood from me. It was obvious that many powerful ghosts died when selecting the 12 demons. All the ghosts knelt on the ground and trembled. The only collaborator of the black-hearted boss Muzan was Kokushibo. The others were all subordinates who worked overtime for free. They were often poor by the black-hearted boss. Looking at his useless subordinates, the Ghost King Muzan was really angry. After hundreds of years, this group of trash who only knew how to eat still couldn't find the blue spider lily. Forget it, now is the time to use ghosts. You can stay in the Infinite City temporarily. The Ghost King Muzan waved his hand and asked all his subordinates to get out. All the ghosts gradually retreated. Soon, the Ghost King Muzan was the only ghost left in the Infinite City. Thinking back to that extremely terrifying swordsman, the wounds on the Ghost King Muzan's body that had not yet healed were aching. Let these useless subordinates live for another 20 years. After making sure that the swordsman who could kill him was dead, he would immediately replace all the people. Then it was the Demon Slayer Corps. The annoying flies should also be slapped to death. Seeing that the ghosts around him had retreated, the head of the Ubuayashiki family bowed slightly and spoke to Jiangnan. "Thank you, Mr. Jiangnan." "Okay." Jiangnan glanced around and snapped his fingers. A black hole appeared under everyone's feet. The direction of the hole was connected to the Infinite City. In fact, Jiangnan also wanted to play with these little ghosts. But thinking back to the promise he made to Tsuga Kuyuchi in the chat group, that he would not act recklessly, in order to maintain his dignity as the group leader, Jiangnan could only resist the urge to drag all the ghosts to sunbathe. In the Infinite City, the Demon King Muzan was looking at the ancient book that recorded the blue-red spider lily. At this moment, he seemed to sense something and looked up. Instantly, his eyes collided with Tsuga Kuyuchi's. Familiar eyes, familiar face, familiar clothes, familiar sword. The red sword was wrapped in red flames. Tsujikoku Yoriichi was ready to use Sun-breathing 13th form. Sun-breathing 13th form continuously released from 1 form to 12 forms, forming a cycle, and continued to be the 13th form. But that was only Tanjiro Kamado. If it was Tsujikoku Yoriichi, he could complete a reincarnation in an instant. The 12 sword skills were compressed into one sword skill. The Demon King Muzan looked at Tsujikoku Yoriichi and the Demon Slayer Corps, who fell from the sky with a confused look on his face. Then the confusion turned into shock and then into fear. That man is here. In the transparent world, Tsujikoku Yoriichi once again saw the Demon King Muzan's body that surpassed ordinary demons' 7 hearts, 5 brains. Danger is coming. This time Tsujikoku Yoriichi will not give the Demon King Muzan any chance to react. All the pillars also drew their swords. Before coming, Tsujikoku Yoriichi said that the Demon King Muzan would not die, even if his head was cut off, or bask in the sun, or cut it into pieces with a knife. This time everyone attacked together. The flame pillar, Ringo Kujiro, was filled with terrifying and furious murderous intent. Flame breathing, Form 1, Shiranu. The water pillar, Suzuki Konomi. Water breathing, Form 3, Ryu Ryu. The sound pillar, Amano Yoshihide. Thunder breathing, Form 1, Thunderbolt Flash. The rock pillar, Danai Kuma. Form 4, Rhyolite Speedy Expedition. The wind pillar, Fuma Katero. Wind breathing, Form 1, Dust Whirlwind, Slash. All the attacks landed in an instant. The Demon King Muzan unleashed an astonishing shockwave at the most critical moment. As the saying goes, every failure makes one wiser. After witnessing the terrifying sword skills of Tsugakuni Yoriichi, the Demon King Muzan also created a move that could correspond to this sword skill. But he underestimated Tsugakuni Yoriichi. The pillars and members of the Demon Slayer Corps were blown away by the shockwave. But Tsujikoku Yoshiichi broke through the shockwave, came to Muzan, and swung his slash directly. Red flames, dense slashes. Stronger. Stronger than the first encounter. Countless thorn whips emerged from the body of the Demon King Muzan, but they were cut off before they could swing. 7 hearts and 5 brains were instantly chopped off to only 1 heart and 1 brain. The next blow will kill him. Exploding clone. The Demon King Muzan wanted to repeat his old trick, but looking at Tsujikoku Yoshiichi's extremely cold eyes, he knew that this time the extremely terrifying man in front of him would cut off all his flesh. You bunch of idiots, why don't you come quickly? In the end, the Demon King Muzan chose the most correct way. Shake people. Ding. The Infinite City began to operate. The 12 demon moons appeared instantly, and they appeared beside Muzan. Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi knew that the 12 demon moons were also his targets. They contained a lot of Muzan's blood in their bodies, and they could not survive. The battle was about to break out. Fancy blood demon arts appeared. Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi didn't tolerate them. Red flames shot up into the sky and turned into a giant dragon, devouring everything. Sun-breathing 11th form Sun Halo Dragon Head Dance. The huge fire dragon directly knocked away all the blood demon arts. The crescent moons looked at the giant dragon rushing towards them and were stunned for a moment. They had never seen such a terrifying swordsman before. Beheading. 6 crescent moons. 4 were directly beheaded. The remaining 2 bodies were cut in half, and because of the red sword, their wounds could not heal at all. Pain, too painful. This was the pain of the sun burning, which they had not experienced for many years. The pillars that were blown away by the shock wave also reacted. All concentrate on breathing. The heartbeat was like thunder. The wind pillar and the water pillar chose to finish off the crescent moon. The 2 struggling crescent moons died instantly. All the crescent moons were killed, but it also provided time for the Ghost King Muzan to retreat. Dang. The Ghost King Muzan disappeared here directly, and then appeared in another corner of the Infinite City. Damn it, I've been hiding here, but I can still be found. Damn it. Unfortunately, no matter how much the Demon King Muzan ran, he couldn't escape Jiang Nan's divine thoughts that enveloped the entire scene. It was time for the commander to act. The voice of the head of the Ubuayashiki family appeared in everyone's ears. Mr. Uchi, you go chase the Demon King Muzan, and leave the other demons here to our Demon Slayer Corps. A black hole appeared in front of Jigo Uchi, and on the other side was the seriously injured Demon King Muzan. Jigo Uchi didn't hesitate, and rushed over directly. With the group leader here, others will not die. The Demon King Muzan saw the man chasing him before he had a break. Especially the red knife in his hand, emitting a terrifying red flame. Damn it. He ran, he chased, he couldn't fly away. Dang. The Demon King Muzan changed his position again. The next second, Jigo Uchi jumped out of the black hole next to him. With a knife, he cut off the head of the Demon King directly. Ding. Muzan disappeared again, and then a black hole appeared again. Fortunately, this is the territory of the Demon King Muzan, and the changes of the Infinite City are in his hands. Otherwise, he would have been chopped into pieces by Tsugumi Yoriichi. Chapter 20. No one will die. The knife in Jigo Yuanai's hand was waving quickly. The Demon King Muzan was really about to cry. He was covered with wounds cut by the red knife. Those wounds seemed to be directly exposed to the sun, and the pain was incomparable. It hurts. It hurts too much. The Demon King Muzan was directly forced into a desperate situation. He needs to eat people to recover. Dang. Change position again. This time, the Demon King Muzan appeared directly behind the Demon Slayer Corps. The opportunity was fleeting. In an instant, the thorn whip on his body was waving, and he directly attacked some weaker members of the Demon Slayer Corps. But even the weaker people have reached the point of full concentration and breathing. At the moment the attack fell, they reacted and swung the sun wheel sword in their hands quickly. The battle was about to break out. Even the seriously injured Demon King Muzan was very powerful. Just a head-on fight, many members of the Demon Slayer Corps were seriously injured. The Demon King Muzan was very excited to see this scene. Ignoring the attacks of everyone, he rushed directly to the seriously injured members of the Demon Slayer Corps. As long as he devours them, his wounds will heal. At this time, Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi also rushed over. Looking at the injured members of the Demon Slayer Corps, Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi was quite angry. He remembered the question he once asked the Demon King Muzan. What do you regard life as? For a monster like the Demon King Muzan, life is just a snack. Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi didn't want anyone to die anymore. He once let Muzan go. Then everyone who was killed by Muzan afterwards actually had his share. Being too kind and too gentle is sometimes a kind of sadness. Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi took all the responsibility on himself, even if it was not his fault. At this critical moment, a black hole appeared under the feet of all the seriously injured members of the Demon Slayer Corps. Then everyone fell down. The black hole closed quickly. Tsujiko Kuyoshiichi knew that it was the group leader who took action. Puff. Tsuchikoku Yoshiichi's red knife instantly pierced through the only remaining heart of the Demon King Muzan. Arsehole. How could I die here? The huge shockwave appeared again. It was like a dying beast's counterattack, so powerful that even Tsuchikoku Yoshiichi was blown away. Then he rushed towards the other members of the Demon Slayer Corps. If any of the surrounding Demon Slayer Corps members were seriously injured, they would be directly sucked away by the black hole. They were all teleported back to the Demon Slayer Corps base. At this time, all the medical teams at the Demon Slayer Corps base were in action. Those seriously injured Demon Slayer Corps members were quickly wrapped with various gauze, disinfection, hemostasis, treatment. The head of the Ubuayashiki family looked at Jiangnan, his eyes full of gratitude. If these seriously injured Demon Slayer Corps members were eaten by the Demon King, the situation might be pushed to a very bad situation. Thank you very much, Mr. Jiangnan. Jiangnan said softly, his tone full of confidence. Don't worry, no one will be sacrificed. A dog will jump over the wall when it is desperate. Not to mention the Demon King Muzan, who cherishes his life very much. After the Demon King Muzan found that he could not devour humans, he changed his target, that is, the upper strings that still exist. They all have a lot of Muzan's blood in their bodies. If he swallowed this blood, the wounds on Muzan's body would definitely heal. The upper rank demon seemed to sense some crisis and looked at the Demon King Muzan. Dang. In an instant, the Demon King Muzan appeared beside them. A bunch of trash. Now give me back everything I gave you. All the upper rank demons subconsciously wanted to escape, but they could not escape the control of the Demon King Muzan. The next moment, countless flesh and blood squirmed. The Demon King Muzan directly merged and swallowed the 6 upper rank moons. Blood and flesh intertwined. The red muscle tissue was woven together to form one tentacle after another. Jiangnan looked at this very shocking scene on the projection screen. Where did this Cthulhu come from? The Sun value dropped wildly. But this should be considered a boss. The second stage transformation. Jigouchi didn't care so much. Sun breathing 7th form. Yang Huatu. No matter what kind of monster it is, just chop it first. Even if it becomes such a terrifying posture, the Demon King Muzan is still afraid of Jigouchi. After all, Ghost King Muzan is not a fearless ghost. He will never fight a battle that could lead to his death. As the saying goes, there is life, there is hope. Even if all the 12 ghost moons are dead now, as long as Ghost King Muzan is alive, the 12 ghost moons will reappear. Ding. Ghost King Muzan disappeared again. Jiangnan said softly when he saw this scene. What a trouble. Let me move a little. The next moment, a black hole appeared. Jiangnan pointed lightly into the black hole. A ray of light appeared. Then it turned into a bullet and directly shot a woman holding a pipper on the other side of the black hole. This woman was the ghost who controlled the Infinite City. But she was not Mingnu later. Done. Let the climax come next. Start the decisive battle. Jiangnan snapped his fingers lightly. In an instant, the entire Infinite City was blown away. Everyone came to the ground, including a large number of ghosts in the Infinite City. Ghost King Muzan entered an unprecedented state of gluttony at this time. The wound left on him by Jigouchi was too terrible, and he needed to devour more ghosts. The ghosts around were swallowed by the Demon King Muzan before they could react. Countless tentacles were wriggling. This cannot go on. If this continues, Muzan will become stronger and stronger. Jigouchi waved the red sword in his hand and directly chopped off countless tentacles of the Demon King Muzan. Other members of the Demon Slayer Corps also took action. Flames, water, wind blades, countless sword forces were madly crushing the body of this huge tumor. When some members of the Demon Slayer Corps could not hold on, they would be swallowed by the black hole and pulled back to the Demon Slayer Corps base. Jigouchi felt that something was wrong. Even though his body became so ugly and huge, the Demon King Muzan was still swallowing. It was like a glutton who could never eat enough. What's wrong? Jigouchi frowned slightly. The next moment his thoughts were verified. The huge tumor exploded directly. This scene was so similar to the scene when the Demon King Muzan escaped. The only difference this time was that, after swallowing many ghosts, the pieces of meat that Muzan exploded reached 3,000. In order to survive, the Demon King Muzan did everything he could. After seeing the power and terror of Tsuga Kinyoraichi, the Demon King Muzan no longer had the courage to fight back. Escape. Use all means to escape. Even if it means devouring the demons he created, he still has to escape. Even if it means becoming extremely ugly, he still has to escape. What a humiliation. No one expected this scene. No one expected that the extremely terrifying Demon King would just run away. As long as a piece of meat escapes, the Demon King Muzan can survive. Then he can rest for a few hundred years and wait for Tsugakin Yoriichi to die before coming out to wander around. Chapter 21. 3 Days in the Sky. Tsuchiko Kuyuchi was confident that he could cut 2,000 pieces of meat into pieces in an instant. But this time, the pieces of meat that Muzan exploded were too many. Jiangnan smiled slightly when he saw this scene. It's finally my turn. It's time for the little ghosts to sunbathe. Just as the pieces of meat ran in all directions, a ray of sunlight suddenly fell from the sky. The pieces of meat turned into ashes the moment they came into contact with the sunlight. How could there be sunlight at night? The light dispelled the darkness. The temperature began to rise sharply. The temperature at night was still a little cold, but it had become very hot at this time. 3 suns were hanging in the sky. This extraordinary event was unexpected by everyone, including the Ghost King Muzan. In order to let all the little ghosts in the world sunbathe, Jiangnan directly moved all 3 suns from the neighboring 3-body system over. The direct sunlight of these 3 suns will be more than 10 times stronger than that of a single sun during the day, and it has a very terrifying penetrating power. The Ghost King Muzan immediately retracted all the pieces of flesh and then turned into a huge and ugly baby. But it still couldn't withstand the direct exposure of the 3 suns. In just a moment, most of the baby's body disappeared. It was too late to escape. At the moment before death, the Ghost King Muzan stretched out his hand and wanted to touch Jigoro Yunai, who was closest to him. His eyes were full of unwillingness, but before he touched Jigoro Yunai, he had turned into ashes. Just like that, he died. Even other ghosts in the corner of this world were directly killed by the sudden 3 suns. Only a few who hid in the shadows survived. Jiangnan waved his hand lightly. The 3 suns disappeared again. This is the power of the gods. Or thought can change the world. It only took 5 seconds for the 3 suns to appear and disappear. But in these short 5 seconds, the world once again experienced the shock. 3 suns in the sky. For the ancients, this was shocking and unimaginable. The head of the Ubuayashiki family had a look of disbelief in his eyes, but when he saw the completely dead Demon King Muzan on the screen, his tone was inevitably a little excited. It's over. Yes, it's over. Jiangnan smiled slightly. Sure enough, it was still fun to play like this. Although he didn't need to use this method to kill Demon King Muzan with his own power. But it was fun. This way, he could fully demonstrate his own power and help his group members. Happy. In his daily world, where there was no extraordinary existence, Jiangnan could only hold back his power. This kind of wanton blooming. Jiangnan was really happy. However, the chat group was already in an uproar at this time. Tsugakuni Yoriichi, group leader, was it you who did it? How come 3 suns suddenly appeared in the sky? Mingfei, I was fighting ghosts, but they all died in an instant. A dazzling light descended from the sky, dispelling the darkness. As soon as I looked up, I saw 3 suns, and my eyes were blinded. I was terrified and scared. Namikaze Minato. Saitama, are there 3 suns in the sky? Mingfei, yeah. Super big, super dazzling. Group leader Jiangnan, didn't you say before that you would let the little ghosts sunbathe? I saw that the sky was quite dark and not suitable for sunbathing, so I moved 3 stars from the neighboring 3-body galaxy. Group leader Jiangnan, I was worried that 1 wouldn't be enough, so I just moved all 3 here. Mingfei, I really don't understand the world of the big guys. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, under the shining of 3 suns, the Demon King Muzan was eventually reduced to ashes, and all the demons around him died. Is Miss Tameo okay? Group leader Jiangnan, don't worry, I said that no one will be sacrificed. As long as they are on our side, no one will be sacrificed. Group leader Jiangnan, this time, when the 3 suns were in the sky, I believe most of the demons died. In the dark, most of the demons are active, and this sudden sunlight will definitely catch them off guard. At Tsujikoku Yoriichi, it's over. Thank you very much, group leader. If it weren't for you, I don't know how many more innocent people would die in this world. Mingfei, wait, I seem to have talked about the three-body galaxy when I was watching the science channel before, and it's 4 light years away from us. Mingfei, group leader is awesome, group leader is generous, and group leader is indeed the strongest. Group leader Xiao Yan, I'll feel embarrassed if you say that. Saitama, light years. So far. Namikaze Minato, what is light years? Atsuga Kuniyoriichi, I don't understand this either. Let the group leader explain. Namikaze Minato and Tsuga Kuniyoriichi didn't know the power of science yet, so they didn't quite understand the meaning of light year. Although Saitama was already invincible, he was an ordinary office worker before he became invincible. He went to school and understood the meaning of light year. Mingfei is a modern man, so he naturally knew the meaning of light year. At this time, Mingfei began to explain. Mingfei, how should I put it? Light year is a unit of length. This has to do with the universe. The world we live in is actually just a tiny speck of dust in the universe. Looking at the starry sky, most of the stars in the sky are actually the same world as the one under our feet. Because the universe is so huge, there is the unit of length of light year. Mingfei, and the unit of length of light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year. Mingfei, the length is about 946 billion kilometers. Namikaze Minato, wait, let me calculate it. Saitama, that's probably true. Atsuga Kuniyoriichi, that's too far. Mingfei, that's why I said the group leader is awesome. Mingfei, very awesome. Group leader Xiao Yan, you're welcome. This is just a simple application of space rules. In fact, after reaching the head AO realm, you can practice your own rules. The 3000 Great Ways all have their own unique characteristics. As for the Great Way of space rules, as long as you have a location, you can go directly through it, just like Flying Thunder God directly teleporting through space. Namikaze Minato, but at such a long distance, I can't feel the mark of Flying Thunder God at all. What a strong sensing ability must this be? Group leader Xiao Yan, this is about the unique divine consciousness of cultivators. When you cultivate to a certain realm, your mental power can be released. Through special exercises, you can train your mental power to form divine consciousness. Divine consciousness is like an eye, and you can see clearly wherever you feel. After cultivating to the highest realm, you can even sense the composition and arrangement of molecules and particles. Mingfei, I want to cultivate immortality and have boundless magical powers. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 22, Group Chat. Atsuga Kuniyoriichi and Namikaze Minato actually still have a lot of things they don't understand. After all, they don't understand science. Although the distance of light years has been explained, they still don't understand the stars in the sky in a vast universe. In the chat group, Minato Namikaze, I still can't understand it. I still don't understand it. Yonichi Tsujakoku, is the world so big? Mingfei, we live in different times, so our understanding is naturally biased. I took a look in the group mall, and there is a basic science encyclopedia. Although they are just some children's books, they also explain the cosmic worldview in detail, as well as the evolution of various different organisms. I loved reading it when I was a child. Group leader Xiao Yan, in fact, there are scientists in the Naruto world, right? Don't forget Orochimaru, the scientist who likes to pursue immortality. When others are still struggling to survive, he has already understood the laws of the world and seen through the world, although it is undeniable that he has embarked on a wrong path. Mingfei, that's right, it's undeniable that the power of science has been mastered by Orochimaru, and later he even created a mechanical Naruto. He can even build a Gundam. Group leader Xiao Yan, master technology, master core power. Minato Namikaze, I see, that's science. Mingfei, science is the driving force for social development. Group leader Xiao Yan, fourth Hokage, having seen the future, you should know that Orochimaru can actually be used. If you want to make Konoha village stronger, you need Orochimaru's scientific power. At this time, Orochimaru should not have defected. Find him and then use him. Namikaze Minato, I have this idea, but I can't make full control of Konoha village now, so let's kill Danzo first. Mingfei, I remember that Danzo secretly cooperated with Orochimaru. He also conducted human experiments. Namikaze Minato, the darkness of Konoha, the root of Konoha, these disgusting things should disappear. Group leader Xiao Yan, if you need any help, I'll come. Amir Danzo can destroy them with a flip of the hand. Mingfei, although Naruto is a hot-blooded manga, there are also many dark things in it. The reason why the protagonist Naruto is so miserable is because of the group of people in the upper echelons of Konoha. The root deliberately spread rumors, and the third Hokage didn't care, and brainwashed Naruto with the will of fire. Mingfei, everything is because everyone wants to master the nine tails in Naruto's body. Even if the third Hokage hadn't stopped him, Uzumaki Naruto might have been brainwashed by the root, and become a dead man. Namikaze Minato, this is something I didn't expect. I understand the idea of me dying in the comics, but I really didn't expect that group of people in Konoha would treat Naruto like this. After all, Naruto is also the son of a hero. Mingfei, the human heart is unpredictable. You're dead, so what can that do to your child? Namikaze Minato, what disappoints me even more is Kakashi and Jiraiya. Even if they had helped Naruto a little, Naruto's childhood wouldn't have been so miserable. But I didn't expect that when Naruto went astray, it was Iruka who pulled him back. Mingfei, so you can't die as the fourth Hokage. If you don't die, the Uchiha clan might not be wiped out. Although there are few plots, I can see that the Uchiha clan is actually on your side. Mingfei, your wife and Uchiha Fugaku's wife Makoto are best friends. Uchiha Fugaku also understands that the conflicts between the people in the village and the Uchiha are becoming increasingly intensified. He actually hopes to rely on you to solve this problem. Namikaze Minato, the Uchiha clan is the backbone of Konoha village. There are countless geniuses among them, such as Uchiha Itachi, Uchiha Shizu, and Uchiha Sasuke. If the Uchiha clan is not destroyed, and the conflicts between the villages and the Uchiha are eased, Konoha village will be very terrifying and powerful. Group leader Xiao Yan, politics is the most troublesome. Namikaze Minato, yeah, it's too troublesome. Group leader Xiao Yan, let's just kill them all. Mingfei, group leader, that's a bit. Group leader Xiao Yan, if you hesitate, you will fail. Don't forget that many people are watching your position as Hokage. Such potential opponents should be killed directly, otherwise they will try to evade you. Namikaze Minato, I will take care of it, group leader. Group leader Xiao Yan, actually, you can say it clearly about the Uchiha side. Group leader Xiao Yan, Danzo has the root in his hands. The root does not need to explain its actions to anyone, not even the Hokage. Although the third Hokage has retired, he has the Enbu in his hands, and you don't have many people who can be used. Even if you train them slowly, the date of the Ninetales rebellion is approaching, and there is no time to train them. So I suggest that you directly incorporate the Uchiha clan into your own forces. Mingfei, but others will definitely oppose it, and may even try to evade you, or even engage in a public opinion war. Those who are eyeing the position of Hokage will definitely not want you to become stronger, so you have to be careful, fourth Hokage. Namikaze Minato, it's really quite troublesome. Group leader Xiao Yan, it's better to use my trick to kill them all. Mingfei, you have to win people over with virtue. Saitama, I have never been involved in politics. In fact, I don't know how to do it, but as long as I stick to myself and do the right thing, I think I will succeed. Mingfei, brother Saitama, you are very powerful. No matter how strong the enemy is, you can crush it with one punch, but politics is really troublesome. Saitama, at Tsujikoku-Uchi, the struggle between people will never stop. Group leader Xiao Yan, it's okay. I'm here. I'm your last guarantee. If you have any problems, come to me. I will help you solve them one by one. I will protect my younger brothers. Mingfei, the group leader is domineering and powerful. At Tsujikoku-Uchi, thank you, group leader. I have basically solved the ghost issues here. Next, Miss Tamayo is studying the potion that can turn ghosts into humans. I believe it will be completed soon. Group leader Xiao Yan, by the way, I also gave the ancient book that the Ghost King Muzan read to Miss Tamayo. I believe Miss Tameo will be able to complete the potion soon. Mingfei, what a perfect ending. At Tsujikoku-yuchi, I finally avenged my wife and children. Even if I die, I can rest in peace. Mingfei, don't just die. You're only 80 years old. As long as you keep getting stronger, your lifespan will increase. It's no problem to live for thousands of years. Besides, there are many beautiful things in this world that are worth seeing. Chapter 23, Ending and Leaving. At Sugakuna Yoriichi, I plan to stay in the Demon Slayer Core temporarily, and we'll talk about the rest later. Group Leader Jiangnan, the Demon Slayer Corps is going to hold a banquet to celebrate their killing of Demon King Muzan and ending the fight between humans and demons. The Yubuayashiki family is really rich. Let's go together, Mr. Yoriichi. Mingfei, Group Leader, don't forget me. I've been hungry for 2 days and 2 nights. Group Leader Jiangnan, okay. No one died in this battle. The first great victory in history. The head of the Yubuayashiki family did not expect that the 1000-year curse would be broken by himself. From now on, the children of the Yubuayashiki family will no longer be affected by the curse and live past the age of 30. The Demon Slayer Core base. The atmosphere is very warm. Demon King Muzan was defeated, and all 12 demon moons died. This is an unprecedented great victory. All their efforts have not been in vain. In front of the Japanese-style courtyard, all the Demon Slayer Corps members have gathered. The head of the Yubuayashiki family talked about everyone's hardships and said that, in order to celebrate this victory, everyone should eat and drink well. Everyone was very happy. Even the usually serious Tsujikoku-yuchi smiled. Everyone was very happy, so who was I who was not happy? It's almost time for Mingfei to come back. Jiangnan had an interesting smile on his face. On the other side, Mingfei was drinking water from the stream. Group Leader, help. I'm starving. The next second, a black hole suddenly appeared under his feet. Whoosh. Mingfei fell down before he could react. Then he fell to the ground in front of Jiangnan. Fuck you. Jiangnan shook his head. No. Mingfei, this reaction is a bit slow. At this time, Mingfei was naked from the waist up, and his pants were already worn out. Mingfei had fought no less than 20 battles in the past 2 days. He killed hundreds of ghosts. This allowed Mingfei to complete his transformation. Although he was still weak, there was no fear in his eyes. He was no longer afraid of fighting. As long as he was sure that it was an enemy, Mingfei could raise his knife. Mingfei seemed to have not yet discovered his transformation. Hey, I'm back. Jiangnan felt that the child was a little silly. Mingfei looked at Jiangnan, whose clothes were very clean. He looked at himself again. Woo woo. Group Leader, you don't know how I have been these 2 days. Those ghosts are so bad. They can't beat me, so they sneak attack me. I almost died several times, and you almost couldn't see me. Mingfei still looked that miserable. Jiangnan, don't cry, stand up and masturbate. It's a headache. I have been practicing for so long, and even killed so many ghosts. Why am I still like this? At this time, the head of the Yubuayashiki family came over. This guest, please change your clothes first. Mingfei scratched his head a little embarrassedly. It's time to change clothes. His clothes were torn in the battle with the ghosts, so he just went topless. Mingfei was wearing a Japanese-style loose robe, looking at the banquet that was about to begin, and swallowed his saliva. Jiangnan patted his head. Look at your bearish look. After all, you are a modern man. It's not like you haven't eaten this before. Mingfei rubbed his little head. I've been hungry for 2 days. This is normal. As the banquet began, everyone started to eat. Mingfei ate the happiest and most deliciously. There was also some sake. Jiangnan took a sip, and it tasted good. Tsukuni-yuchi looked into the sky. The problem of ghosts has been solved satisfactorily, but there are still many problems for people. The current island country is still in the warring states period. Even if there are no ghosts, people will fight each other endlessly. Tsukuni-yuchi didn't know what his future would be like. Jiangnan patted his shoulder and said softly, just look forward. The banquet ended as time went by. Everyone went home and found their mothers. The members of the Demon Slayer Corps returned to the base to sleep. Tsukuni-yuchi lived in a Japanese-style courtyard. the head of the Yubuayashiki family said that Tsukuni Yuchi was a hero of their clan. You can stay as long as you want. Everything is over. The Demon Slayer Corps will disband after that. Ghosts scattered in the corners will not become a big deal. By then, Miss Tameo has developed a potion that can restore ghosts to human form. The crisis of ghosts can be considered completely resolved. The Yubuayashiki clan is also a large family. As long as Tsugakin Yoshiichi stays in the territory of this family, he will be respected by everyone. Without ghosts, Tsugakin Yoshiichi no longer needs to be a ghost hunter. All the burdens have fallen at once. Tsugakin Yoshiichi feels relaxed. At night, in the second half of the night, Mingfei got drunk after drinking a little wine and fell asleep in the room. Suddenly from tension to relaxation, fatigue came all of a sudden. Mingfei should have a good rest. Tsugakin Yoshiichi and Jiangnan sat in front of the steps of the courtyard. The moonlight fell. Both of them couldn't sleep. There was brewed tea next to them. Jiangnan drank the tea gently and said, I should leave. There is nothing for me here anymore. Tsugakin Yoshiichi looked at the dots in the night sky. Yeah. The two tacitly didn't speak anymore. The morning sun shone into the house through the window. Mingfei opened his eyes. What a good sleep. He had never felt so comfortable sleeping until he woke up naturally. Outside the courtyard, only Jigo Yuanai was left, looking at the wisteria flowers swaying in the wind. Mingfei finished washing up, got dressed, and came to the courtyard. Mr. Yuanai, where is the group leader? Jigo Yuanai said lightly. The group leader went back to his own world. Mingfei was stunned, and after thinking about it, he really should go back. Everything here has been resolved. There should be no more ghosts in 400 years. Mingfei calculated the time, and it was time for him to go back. Mr. Yuanai, I should go back too. Jigo Yuanai smiled slightly. Don't neglect it. After you go back, take time every day to practice sword skills. Your world is also quite troublesome. When you are proficient in breathing techniques, I will teach you to breathe with full concentration. Mingfei nodded seriously, and then thought of something and spoke. Then goodbye, Teacher Yuchi. Jigo Yuchi was slightly stunned. Turning around, Mingfei had disappeared. He had gone back. Teacher. An idea came to Jigo Yuchi's mind. Why not open a dojo? Teach the children some kendo skills. Jigo Yuchi taught Mingfei his breathing method and sword skills without reservation. The grace of teaching. Jigo Yuchi can be said to be Mingfei's teacher. Mingfei opened his eyes again and had returned to his small room. Next, I will have a headache about how to explain it to my aunt. Chapter 24. Problem Students. Unlike Mingfei, Jiangnan skipped classes for nearly 10 days. He was not worried about being expelled from school, but it was a bit troublesome to deal with the teachers. It's a bit troublesome, but not much. He looked at his phone. There were quite a lot of missed calls, basically all from teachers. Jiangnan directly found the principal's phone number and called him. He directly said that he would go to class tomorrow. The principal said that he understood and would handle all the problems of his skipping for 10 days. As for why Jiangnan was so special, it was because most of this college was invested by him. Money makes the world go round. He became an immortal, and it was easy to make a little money. Just find a rich man who is about to die and extend his life for 1 year for 10 million yen. The pill that Ji Guoyan took can be sold for 200 to 300 million. As long as Jiangnan wants to make money, he can make it easily. Change his appearance and vest. Make money easily. In this world he traveled through, Jiangnan's identity as an orphan. Orphans don't have their own names, so Jiangnan simply used his name before he traveled through time. It's fine. When he was young, Jiangnan stayed in an orphanage. Later, he went to school a little later than others. So now he is 18 years old and in the second year of high school. The second year of high school is also the day when the protagonist of Neon awakens. Many stories in anime take place in the year when the protagonist is in the second year of high school. The next day, Jiangnan went to school as usual. It was as if nothing had happened. When he came to his class, the classmates who had already arrived were a little surprised to see Jiangnan suddenly appear. The discussions around him rang out. Jiangnan came to his seat as if he didn't hear it. He put away his school bag with no books in it. Then he took out the game console and snacks from his school bag. By the way, he said hello to his deskmate. Long time no see, Kato Megumi, you are getting more and more beautiful. Kato Megumi, that is, the protagonist of the Pasabi heroine. The appearance is not bad, but the sense of presence is slightly low. She is often regarded as a Pasabi. Kato Megumi said with a somewhat cold expression. Teacher Shizuka Hiratsuka has been looking for you these days. You'd better be careful in class. Jiangnan waved his hand nonchalantly. Don't worry, I won't die. Besides, Jingjing is so good, how can she bear to do something to a good classmate like me? Kato Hui can't do anything about her deskmate who is not afraid of boiling water. The reminder has been in place. Next, it depends on how the plot develops. I heard that teacher Shizuka Hiratsuka is also a black belt in judo. I can only pray that my poor deskmate will not spend today in the school clinic. Speaking of which, when a person becomes strong to a certain extent, there will be a big change in personality. For example, when he is weak, he may be an honest person, but after gaining invincible power, he will become a motherland, stand on the top of a tall building, and shoot a crescent moon sky rush. Although Jiangnan is not so perverted, he has also become a sunny and cheerful boy. This is called a confident change. There is no need to care about other people's feelings at all. Say whatever you want, without any embarrassment. It is simply the ceiling of the social circle, abbreviated as a social cow. Jiangnan met Kato Megumi because of his sunny and cheerful personality. After all, she was his deskmate. Making friends is also a good thing. Kato Megumi has never had many friends because of her presence. Jiangnan didn't come to school on the first day and skipped classes for 2 days. Jiangnan recognized the Pasabi heroine Kato Megumi as soon as he came. Who doesn't know the name of the Saint Megumi? So he went up to her and said, "Beauty, let's be friends." Even the saint like Kato Megumi couldn't help but frown, thinking that Jiangnan was a very frivolous person. Then because he skipped classes for 2 days, Jiangnan was pulled to the podium by Hiratsuka Shizuka to introduce himself. Jiangnan stood on the podium with a wicked smile on his lips. Let me say something first. Everyone, look at me. I'm going to announce something. I'm a super handsome guy. Hiratsuka Shizuka instantly covered his forehead. Where did this problem student come from? Do you have any sense of shame? Are you embarrassed? The whole class was surprised in an instant. Then he started to introduce himself. I, Jiangnan, am invincible, a superhero, an immortal, but in this world without any supernatural power, I will not use my power to destroy the world, because I'm a good person. I'm grateful to my motherland, to my mother for not letting me become a native of my motherland, to my father, who used Sep-12s to make me understand myself, and it turns out that hitting someone with a size 45 shoe hurts so much, and to my teacher Jingjing, who gave me this opportunity to stand on the stage, and I sincerely thank my classmates for their trust in me, and I will lead you to dominate Suzuran High School. On and off the stage, there was silence. Whose subordinate is this? So outstanding. I originally thought he was a Chunibyo, but he turned out to be a problem child. Shizuka Hiratsuka rubbed his brain with throbbing veins. Calm down, he's still a child. After Jiangnan finished the introduction, he said to Shizuka Hiratsuka with a big smile on his face. Then I'll go back first, Jingjing. After that, he turned around and prepared to leave the class and go home to sleep. Shizuka Hiratsuka reacted instantly and grabbed Jiangnan's collar. Where are you going back to? Jiangnan said, as if it was a matter of course. Of course I'm going home, Jingjing. Shizuka Hiratsuka felt that she was going to have a headache this semester. However, this was just the beginning. Go back to your seat. Okay Jingjing, no problem Jingjing. Jiangnan turned around again and prepared to go back to his seat. Halfway through, he seemed to have thought of something and turned around and said, Teacher, I called you Jingjing and you didn't object. So I will call you Jingjing from now on. Then Jiangnan had a big bump. Returning to his seat, Jiangnan rubbed his head. It's so fun. Kato Hui was a little bit familiar with her deskmate at this time. A social expert. Later, in the preschool test, Jiangnan won the first place with full marks in all subjects. Instantly dominated the whole audience. As the first place, he needed to speak on the stage. Shizuka Hiratsuka seemed to have thought of something and wanted to stop him. So Jiangnan's self-introduction was exactly the same as in the class. So Jiangnan became famous in Fengzuki. Originally thought that the principal would punish Jiangnan. As a result, the principal started to smooth things over for Jiangnan. He said, "This is a really unique self-introduction. Jiangnan's study attitude is worth learning for all of us. At the same time, students should pay attention to the combination of work and rest to prevent excessive physical fatigue. Fengzuki has always paid great attention to the physical and mental health of students." Hiratsuka Shizuka looked at the originally very strict principal with a shocked face. So there was another rumor in the school. Jiangnan was actually a relative of the principal. Chapter 25, Headache Teacher. "My dear friend, do you want to eat?" Jiangnan handed a bag of snacks to Kato Hui. Kato Hui whispered, "Jiangnan, class is about to start. Snacks are not allowed in class." Jiangnan said nonchalantly, "It's okay. Am I trying to bribe you? The teacher is here. Just remind me. With your power of invisibility, you can definitely remind me without being discovered by the teacher." Kato Hui reluctantly took the snacks, put them in her school bag, and prepared to go home to eat. "This friend I made has the passive ability to ignore my very low sense of existence. Although he is a carefree problem child, he is not a bad person. If he can ignore his usual stupid behavior, he is not a bad person." As soon as Shizuka Hiratsuka entered the class, she saw Jiangnan, who had not come for 10 days. Jiangnan was playing games with his head down. Kato Hui saw the teacher coming and gently rubbed her throat. Ahem. Jiangnan, who was fighting in a team battle, didn't hear it at all. Shizuka Hiratsuka walked over with a cold look in his eyes. Although the principal had said before that Jiangnan had asked for leave in advance, Shizuka Hiratsuka was still unhappy. Ahem. Kato Megumi coughed louder. Jiangnan still didn't respond. At this time, Shizuka Hiratsuka had come to Jiangnan's side and watched Jiangnan play games. The students around turned their heads and looked over, as if they wanted to see a good show. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Kato Megumi couldn't help but cough twice more. Even if her presence was low, the teacher noticed her this time. Kato Megumi looked at the teacher's inquiring eyes, and her face couldn't help but turn red. For a bag of snacks, she really tried her best. Jiangnan was still immersed in the team battle. Ahem, ahem. Kato Megumi decided to remind him at the last moment. It's not that she didn't do her best, but her teammates were too weak and couldn't carry them. Shizuka Hiratsuka sighed. If Kato-san is not feeling well, take a good rest. Looking back at Jiangnan, who was still playing games, Shizuka Hiratsuka instantly became angry. She raised her hand and pressed Jiangnan's shoulder and said with gritted teeth, "After not seeing each other for so many days, Jiangnan gave me a big surprise right at the beginning of the class." This time Jiangnan reacted. He glanced at Shizuka Hiratsuka, who was close by, and then at Kato Megumi, who stepped over. He said quickly, "Ah, Jingjing, you have become more beautiful today, and you can expect to be single again." Shizuka Hiratsuka felt that the fire in her body was instantly ignited, but there were classmates all around. Shizuka Hiratsuka could only hold back her anger and said, "Jiangnan, come to my office after class." There were sympathetic eyes all around. For older women, there are some bottom lines that cannot be touched, such as being single. After class, in the teacher's office, Jiangnan came here, as if she was heroically martyred. After class, Shizuka Hiratsuka was not so angry. After all, she had known the character of this problem child for a long time. But what Jiangnan didn't expect was that he actually met the great teacher, Hachiman Hikigaya. "Here. Hey, Hachiman. Jingjing called you to the office too. Did you get into trouble?" Jiangnan came over directly. Hikigaya Hachiman is still the same, with dead fish eyes, a nonchalant look, and no interest in anything. "Hikigaya Hachiman, when did you come back? I thought I would never see you again." Jiangnan chuckled. "I'm a good student." Hikigaya Hachiman curled his lips. A good student skips classes half the time. After school starts, students will unconsciously form small groups one after another. Hikigaya Hachiman was excluded after coming to school again because of a car accident on the first day of school, and his injury healed. In addition, he had a weird personality. In the end, only the sunny and cheerful boy Jiangnan found him. Became his friend. After all, this is the great teacher who has mastered a lot of crooked theories, and his ability is self-explosion. Teacher's office. Hiratsuka Shizuka looked at the composition in her hand. She looked at the two problem children standing in front of her. Why are there two of you in my class? Jiangnan said very proudly. Aren't you happy to have both of us at the same time, Jingjing? Shizuka Hiratsuka took a deep breath. Calm down, it's normal to feel dizzy. After a while, Shizuka Hiratsuka spoke. Let's talk about Hikigaya first. Do you remember what homework I assigned in class? Hikigaya Hachiman turned his head away embarrassedly and spoke. Write an essay reviewing your high school life. Shizuka Hiratsuka picked up the essay written by Hikigaya Hachiman. Then why did you write an essay that is anti-social and anti-harmonious? Why is that? And you want people to explode at the end. Jiangnan interrupted. Teacher, for a dead otaku, all the live action should explode. I understand Leobe's thoughts. All the live action with girlfriends should die. Shizuka Hiratsuka rubbed her brows. How dare you say that? I'm your teacher. I disappeared suddenly. Do you know how many times I called you? My class is so boring. Jiangnan raised his hand and said in rebuttal. Jingjing, I was asking for leave. Shizuka Hiratsuka tried to calm herself down. Did you tell me that you asked for leave? Jiangnan smiled. I told the principal. Hiratsuka Shizuka. When? Jiangnan. Yesterday. Hiratsuka Shizuka. Hikigaya Hachiman. Hiratsuka Shizuka felt something was going on. Then he punched Jiangnan in the stomach, but of course he held back. Jiangnan felt that he was punched in the stomach, but it didn't hurt at all. But he still pretended. I hurt so much. If Jingjing doesn't forgive me, I will continue to feel pain. Hikigaya Hachiman looked at Jiangnan, whose acting skills were extremely poor. It turned out that he was shameless and invincible. Hiratsuka Shizuka was really having a headache. Jiangnan was good in everything, except his awkward personality. He was the top student, never got into trouble, and was very good at sports. His social skills could be said to be the ceiling. He could clean up his butt even when he skipped classes, so clean that no one could find any handle. Even a guy like Hikigaya Hachiman, who was excluded from the group, could make friends with him. Even the junior high school has his friends. It can be said that he has friends everywhere. Really, I forgive you. I forgive you. Hiratsuka Shizuka said helplessly. Jiangnan immediately jumped up with joy. Oh, yeah, I knew Jingjing you are the best, then I will go back to play games. Jiangnan turned around and prepared to leave. Hikigaya Hachiman looked at Jiangnan who was about to leave. His expression was so shocked. He would never do such a shameless thing. Stop right there. Who said I'll let you go? Hiratsuka Shizuka spoke. It's going to be recommended. Begging for monthly tickets. Recommendation tickets. Please invest. Please read. You can also click on the collection. Thank you. Go online to check how other authors ask for votes. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.